having a good time. That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like I'm out in the street, shine like a moon in the last sky. Can you believe that till the end of your life? Oh, we some backs into a room. That's enough for satisfaction. Ready, know how to have fun. No need of explanation. Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Sure, that doesn't matter. Oh, storyteller. Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Whoa, what's it worth of nothing? Oh no, it doesn't matter. So we will never lose.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Remnant Team Supernova. How we doing, everyone? How we doing, boys?
Woo.
Great.
Yeah, woo. Let's go.
Yeah. We're
Fantastic! Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're back. We're on
here.
time. We're scheduled, and we're all very healthy. And the session definitely will go very long because of it. Anyway, last time on Remnant Team Supernova, I would like Viridian to summarize it, please. If you don't mind, let me adjust the mic. Yeah, it's up there. All right, there you go.
Okay. Give me 1 second to get Viridian.
Yeah, he's back there. Hey, Gwen, can you go get him?
Nah, his agent just said he was gonna go get him. Why do I have to go get him?
Well, do you really think he's gonna listen to him?
He's his handler.
Yeah, but
We don't have agents. Viridian has an agent because he needs one. Otherwise, he'll never be on time.
Well, I'm not talking to you to talk about this. I'm talking to you to get Viridian on stage. You're not getting this investment.
Fine.
Viridian! Get over here!
Oh my god, again? Alright,
Yep.
alright, I'm here.
Yep,
Let's get this over with.
Here, it's into the mic this time.
Yeah, okay. Does this work?
Yep, there you go. A little bit back, maybe. A little bit. Yeah, uh-huh. Nope, wrong end.
Oh my god, there's just no pleasing these people.
There you go. You're good.
Alright, what am I doing?
It's in your hands. What happened last time?
Alright. Well, what happened last time is we had a big fight in that square where all the Grim poked out, and then after that wrapped up, we had to go back to Hog Street to have another fight there because Clara May made some dumb promise to all those people that they were just going to be safe, and oh, look at that, there's one of those big spider Lycosidae things that everyone always calls Lucius for some reason. It's not that hard. I'm the only fucking professional here.
It's true. Were there any details before they got there? Did anyone do anything before they got there? Was there like a call or something?
Yeah, now that you mention it, there was some kind of call that went on with someone. Oh yeah, we had a call with Papa. She wanted to know some things and got real concerned about the way Al's been acting and about Merlot being all locked up there with him. Which, those people can go eat shit for all I care.
Oh.
Anyways, we also had a call with Nebu and Rose.
Iris, yeah.
Yeah, and we found out that they're doing alright. They fought off some Grim. We found out a bit more about what happened down under. Not in Australia, but in the tunnels.
Menagerie, yeah.
Yeah, right. I gotta get into character. Sorry.
Yeah, as Rooster Teeth said, it's just Australia law. You know them, right?
Yeah. So, we found out that flute thingy down there got exorcised by Hauser, and he's off somewhere. And you know what? We gotta go save those Hog Street people. And we went and did that.
That's smart of you. That was good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Also, something's bothering Gwen, but hey, my check's in the mail, right?
Yeah. Where it always is, sent to the same address.
All right. Good.
Yeah. All right. Great. Thank you. There he goes. Round of applause. Oh my god, I gotta go. Fucking shower. That guy smells like shit. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your recap, everyone. Thank you. All right. Let's get us back over there. Let me find music that's appropriate. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Item bounce.
Sorry, this is clearing my throat because I felt like a tickle when I tried to do
What?
the voice.
Why would you bring up item bounce?
Because I was saying appropriate music, and he said item bounce.
I
He's
love
hungry.
I love it when my games have soundtracks.
They're gonna wonder what you meant by that now.
As they should.
Shit.
Keep him one more.
No,
Watch-
24/7 music's not playing. Hello.
I know. I'm cycling through it. I'm trying to find it. I'm
My
sorry.
version.
Watch Limbus SPVA to find out the context of that joke.
What? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that would be
I
a
guess-
Liam bit if he wants to bring it
I guess
up.
it would be. Yeah.
What?
I like the intent because Blake's basically saying that he wants Liam to stream some point before this episode comes out, so they can go back to a stream. That currently hasn't happened for us, but he's insisting should have happened by now.
But we won't bring up anything
That's
in
actually
this.
really
Which
funny
is
if
pretty
that's his
fucking
intention.
good. That's pretty based. I gotta be honest. So Liam has to stream that, and if he hasn't, you don't understand. It's damn. That's based.
Damn.
This guy, you really can
We should
tell
do that
Liam.
every
what-
week. Set up jokes that we
Liam, you
then create in the
exactly.
future.
I agree, Liam. You can tell
come up
that.
with concepts. We don't
See,
even know
Liam,
what
you
the
can-
joke's gonna be.
Liam, you can tell why this guy passed you in subscribers. That's because he's a real pro at this shit.
He's a fucking prodigy.
He's been training.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, not
And
anymore.
you've been laming.
obviously.
And you've been laming.
I mean, I've passed him by now.
Yeah. Oh, well. I don't know, Liam. I just said you hadn't, so that's not a good sign for you.
What does he mean?
I don't know, I might have another Homesteader Lopcore stream.
Lob core.
On
Yeah,
this
that's the
day,
game you play.
1st of
Limbus.
May, 2025.
Yeah,
I got him cooked.
I got him cooked. Liam's like, damn, I know the stream that'll pull in some viewers. Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. Liam gets negative viewers.
Oh,
Satisfactory
fuck.
2, baby!
No, don't do it.
Okay.
Oh
No.
god.
As I brought us back in here, so Hog Street is pandemonium still. There's still shouting and obvious concerns and running and some yelling and stuff as the military police are trying to corral people and stop them from running off in directions that they're aware are not safe for people. But this guy's X is behind him. I fucking hate that. Where they know are not safe for people, but it's harder to get them to listen currently. There's more smoke off in the distance of things, and there's still some occasional tremors going through the place. Either from hopefully not some sort of explosion, but the alternative is some sort of subterranean activity, which probably isn't as reassuring either. So they're basically just horrible every time you feel them. As for Team Supernova, you've just hurriedly finished off some Grim for no particular reason, that encounter ending very quickly at the end. Smile. And I'm just going to assume that you can understand that after we had that combat, you probably had killed off a few more retreating Grim. Not retreating, yeah, retreat. Just some more Grim in the area. And the military police are still, you're still hearing gunshots near you and everything. This is still a relatively active combat zone for the moment. As you had just received a little bit of assistance from Bastion and Garf over here. And people are kind of catching their breath in the moment here. I want to check up with Clara, for instance. I wanted to check in with. You are fresh off your side of dealing with things in the store area.
Mm-hmm.
And your head's spinning a lot. Your eyes are very glazed over. And your vision is, as I described last time, it's kind of like seeing underwater. You got like a searing pain behind your eyeballs right now. And it's kind of like you're seeing things underwater while it's all blurry and hard. And it's become a lot harder to see things.
Can I ask for a clarification?
Of course, Clara. Your clarification.
Okay.
What's up?
When you say like underwater, not only is it like murky and hard to see, but
It's like blurry.
yeah, is there also like the like I don't know how to describe it, but like the feeling of like water trying to get behind your eyes is like you're in the water and it's like kind of.
Oh, you
adding
mean like
pressure.
feeling the pressure of water
Yeah, yeah.
around you? Yeah. I'd say that's probably an accurate way of explaining it. Like I said, it's kind of like your eyes hurt and feel pain behind them. It feels like that same sort of kind of water exposure on the eye and stinging a little bit and just the moving. You feel a little dizzy because of this, obviously. And are just, doing as you see fit, whether that's collapsing under it or just trying to ignore it for now and wandering around. And the rest of you obviously are probably a little pretty winded from the immediate fight and are catching your breath. And you can tell me on any other specifications you might have on how your character's feeling or what they're up to.
I'm gonna go check on Clara since I saw her fighting like a sedan there.
That's fair.
5 minutes ago.
People are running out of this broken window and everything.
Yeah.
You
I
kind
push
of
Martha over.
You really have to push through these people to like actually get. This is a broken window if you want to go straight through this. Also.
Oh, is that what the white squiggly denotes?
Yeah, that was like they got broken through as the people are getting pushed out and like walking through.
Felix puts on his gloves and breaks the window out more.
Felix takes out his Half-Life 1 crowbar and starts hitting the edges.
Ben, do you have dexterous?
No, dude.
Okay, well, it'll take an extra 0.5 seconds. But besides
Felix,
that,
you get a horrible
Thank you.
gash on your leg. It just like carves
Okay,
into you.
Felix bleed moodle.
Oh, dude. Dude, you should. Oh, fuck no. You should add moodles to
Moodles.
the fucking debuffs and shit. I'd
That'd be
laugh,
key, though.
dude.
Just the
Moodles
fucking
would go crazy.
drunk moodle.
Fucking drunk moodle for haste.
Yeah, you see people are moving. At least this paper boy is at least trying to look at Clara, but he looks a little scared to like kind of approach because, it's just cool, but like he doesn't want to walk up to someone immediately who's been fighting for him.
Clara's probably
Felix will jump over and then like hold. I assume she's wobbling, so I'll try to hold her steady.
yeah.
Go ahead.
As Clara will
sees a surge of white get close to her and
Clara-
suddenly grab onto her.
Clara will sorry, she'll pause for a moment as Felix grabs her, and try to blink, but her eyes will sting as she'll turn her head over. Felix? Is all the fun done out there?
Yes, for now. Are you? He'll like wave his hand in front of her face. Are you? No, you're not okay.
No, but I didn't feel like I had much of a choice with that, like as the day springing up.
Yeah. Felix, you're getting a closer look at her right now. You see, like the corner, like, outsides of her eyes kind of look, like, singed to you. Like, there's, like, scraping marks. Kind of like you took, like, a razor, or, like, a razor burn look to them.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Felix will kind of wince a little bit. Like, Clara, whatever you're doing, please stop doing it. It's clearly not healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to not have to do this again. I'll try and stick closer to you so you can watch my back, so I don't have to... so I don't put myself in this situation again.
I will do my best, but like us today, I assume you recognized it as well.
Yeah, it looks already a bit beat up and burned.
Yes, I suppose that's on us. A
Yeah.
lot of things appear to be on us.
As Claire will look around at the shop, which is like, we've been living in Hog Street our entire time here, so she's probably gotten a bit more familiar with this neighborhood. As she'll
Yeah.
look around and kind of wince a bit. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. How are Viridian and Gwen?
They're fine. Now,
Help me outside. I'm not. I can still move.
of course, just Clara, be honest with me. How well can you see right now?
Very poorly.
I see. That is. We need to let you get some rest, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, can you guide me to the car so I don't bump into anyone?
Yes, of course.
Has his arm on Clara, and as he's kind of like holding Clara, he can feel like it's really weird because like Clara's probably not super aware of it right now because she just feels kind of wobbly walking. But to Felix, it feels like when he's holding her, once in a while, it kind of feels like one of those, those kids' toys where it'd be plastic with like jelly and like what do you call it, like little sparkly things in it, like that you'd squeeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
It kind of feels like, those tubes. She kind of gets that jelly texture once in a while, like what you're holding on is kind of squeezing and disapparating into like a bit of a liquidy substance, then hardens back to a body again.
Right.
And as you're making your way through the window, you can tell that like once you get to like this point, you can look at Clara as she's kind of trying to look around. Like she can kind of figure out things around her, but she's clearly like just trying to focus on moving correctly. You see, like, just out of, like, one of her left eyes, it's just bleeding a little bit. You want to just wipe it off for her. She doesn't seem to notice.
Yeah, Felix will just wipe it off with his hoodie sleeve.
Yeah. It's not an egregious amount right now, but it could have just been, like, water coming out of it, like, from, eye trying to clean itself, but it's blood instead.
Clara will look over him and smile because she assumes she had some dirt there that cleaned off.
Yeah. She definitely has that like grayed eye look that like a blind person gets a little bit right now. The silver looks more misty and foggy, but the smile, it's still Clara.
Oh man.
Oh no, she hits the clash, she pops! No!
Despite everything, it's still
It's
you.
still
Can
you.
you tell Deltarune Chapter 3 came out around this time?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do a comedy bit.
No, I liked it. I genuinely liked it. I'm sorry.
That's
But I had to get my Undertale reference. What can I say?
What can I say?
22.
Yeah, I'll help her to the car,
Yeah.
and I assume
Yeah, we'll catch up with
Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here.
Avery and Gwen, what would you guys have been up to? Anything of note?
Alright, so when they showed up and killed that Grim, it was, well, not really getting away, but
Yeah.
it was spinning off
Hell
in
no,
that
yeah.
direction. So, when they showed up and it seemed like the Grim were kind of taken care of, it's still like a fucking mess here. Is going to be like, oh, thank the rose! Sir Balmains, Ganymede, what are you two doing here? Not that I'm complaining.
Hey, not the first time he looks happy to see us. Quiet. As Garth is just walking around surveying the area with the military police and getting a little more information, as Bastion will make his way over and look over at the car and saying, with like the gun that was ripped off recently. Things are a mess here. It's not much different from the rest of the city where we've been so far.
Yeah, I didn't expect anyone would be making their way down here so fast, considering everything's still up in the air all over the place.
We're attempting to at least escort the largest group of people we can in the area out of here. But Beaumains is tapped into as many of the feedback they have in the city, or not feedback, the audio channels in the city with most of the wardens and military police. So we're doing our best here, it seems. We lost the limo a while ago, though. Not like it was good for carrying many people.
Can go and swing him.
Yeah, of course. Go right ahead. Garth does like a little steps and pulls the military police out of the way as he sees Gwen coming in and claps him on the back of the helmet as he's looking through the area and helping them clear out some of the fires immediately. And he's going to start talking to the crowd of people a little bit, putting out some of the like royal knight sort of calm down like routine, like yeah, keep it down. He seems to have a good effect on them.
That's a shame. We got a lot of people here. We need to get to some kind of safety. As far as I can tell, there's still Grim all over those tunnels down there.
Bastion grimaces and nods. Go ahead.
Do I know this guy at all?
I think
We
Ray's
do
talked
vaguely.
about him, and you've met him once.
You have met him once.
Yes. The time went twice. When was the second time? Because I know you guys all met him. Oh, yeah, on the train, right. You guys met him on the train when he just tapped the no faunus allowed thing and said, dude, you're going to cause a scene. You should probably get out of here.
A fun fact, I believe Gwen actually stayed in the room while we went to the dining car.
That's true. Oh, okay. She might have missed that. Yeah, because NPC
Yeah.
Gwen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, they told her about him, obviously. And then at the manor, when you went to go talk to the manor at the governor's manor, Beaumains and Bastion were there, being like kind of told to like wait for a ridiculous amount of hours for a meeting, and you had some chat in the foyer with him.
Yeah. There was also one time on the street when Viridian, after Viridian had told them, okay, so I'm like feeding him some information and getting some back, and I'm gonna go tell him this thing now and see what I get out of it. And then he got in the limo with him.
Yeah. So you're aware of him at least.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's looking as prim and proper as ever, just with some more dust on, not dust, some more scorch marks on some of his robes and stuff as he's hulking his weapon. What is it called? Aquarius, I think? Yeah, Aquarius, just kind of back into its lance trident form as he's wiping sweat off his brow.
I guess Gwen will have kind of walked up when they were talking about making evacuation plans. She'll ask, so for evacuation plans, is there any idea that we're best to move these people? Or keep or is hunkering them down here the better solution?
Well, it seems, as he looks over at the shop with the broken window and people pouring out, the safety has been compromised in this current safe house area. The facilities are adequate, but not to a grim invasion of this size and not from this direction. Currently, my best judgment seems fit to be escorting people outside of this city, at least towards one of the outside facilities. There's still some buildings set up on the perimeter of the city, and there should be some that are secure, more secure than this death trap.
Outside the city? Migration's passing by. That can't be...
Is it not the perfect spot? No, of course not. But as long as the military can decide to ignore any warnings they've been told and actually move in closer, it should be the only route to be able to divert citizens out of this place. As I'm sure they're already aware of the situation in the city, they should be making plans to be able to extract them, from what I understand. Diverting the migration is at least the least they could do in this moment.
Yeah, it's all kind of crazy in here.
And it's only going to be getting worse if what you told me about these tunnels and what I've seen is true. As he keeps his voice relatively lower as he's talking about this and people are nearby, as he kind of surveys the area and shakes his head.
Yeah, it's, Viridian just looks back to make sure that no one is, like, within eavesdropping range and lower his voice and be like, I mean, there's Deathstalkers, there's Nevermores, there's even a Lacosidea down there. Who knows how long it's gonna be before they start popping up again.
Yes.
We can put fires out up here all we want, but we gotta deal with them down there at some point.
there's not much that can be done, considering the bulk of what could possibly be under there is already enough to stir up subterranean Grimm that weren't already held in captivity. A mountain like this is very suitable defenses for the outside world, but theoretically, should there be enough of a concern, who knows what will be awakened in the depths of a land like this? Deep caverns that we're not even fully aware of below the caverns we know of here.
Has there been any word from Vale? Are they sending any reinforcements?
The nearby military should be sufficient enough should they have been given allowance to actually breach the city's defenses, but yet they've yet been allowed to. The best we can do is scurry people towards them as soon as possible. Hopefully, they'll be given the right to occupy this place once they've been able to be... let me rephrase it. Hopefully, they'll be given the order to simply just occupy the Glen at this point. Any resistance to the idea would be only leading to more death and destruction. As he gets more beeps on his scroll as he's looking at as he's talking with both of you over this. So the best we can do right now is to continue to find packs of these people who are still alive and enough military police to shuttle them off somewhere. We're ordering as much of requisitioned vehicles as we can, like buses and things, to pull this group out now. But it's all rather very guerrilla.
Damn. Well, he's got a point, but if the Grimm can just come up through those tunnels, then being in here might actually be more dangerous than being outside.
It's laughable, really. The hubris of this place is clearly already becoming its undoing. This could fit right into the Radix. Shakes his head in disbelief and stunned fury as he looks around at this crowd of people. Move aside. I'll assist in Beaumain's actually moving this group of miscreants. They're like headless chickens. The best your team can be doing is continue to actual huntsman work in the meantime.
Yeah. Guess we gotta move on to find the next spot.
Yeah. As Bastard starts walking away, you hear him go like, "Attention, everyone! Follow my command!" As he's like going off of his normal spiel, as he's throwing his voice forward in that obnoxious prick-like voice as you see him walking through people, picking people up and like dusting them off and pointing at constables and military police and delineating orders. And he at least seems to be providing something that people can recognize as some form of security between him and Beaumain's. As also in the crowd, Vereen and Gwen can see Felix carrying a slightly off-kilter looking Clara towards the vehicle.
Brothers, what the fuck happened in there?
No, you two can make your way up.
Gwen does her best to... She's concerned, but she tries not to show it, considering we're in front of panicked civilians.
Yeah, exactly.
She does do a quick walk towards Clara as she approaches.
Move people.
Get him out of here.
All right. Like you here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you go. Okay. Cool. 1 second to start.
Clara, are you all right? Gwen looks to Felix.
She is not.
Clara will raise her head and try and give Gwen a weak smile as her eyes, as described before, are fairly messed up. I've been a lot better. Like us today popped up in there and took a lot out of me.
Yes, the same one we trapped.
The same one?
It was burned on.
Oh my god.
You did that thing again?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Uh, uh, I felt better.
Ah, by the gods, we should have pressed Monty to press that kill switch on all the Grim he could when we had the chance.
It's
Yeah,
no
well,
use.
we,
It's
All
no
those
use.
people, you mean? Sorry, what did you imply? Was that different?
Viridian was talking about. I mean, yes, you could make that assumption, but Viridian was, and I will clarify in character, he was talking about, like, yesterday, or whenever it was mentioned before that they could do that.
Yeah, when he was saying they were like going
Not the
through
idea
them.
that happened just today.
Yeah, where he's saying like
Yeah.
I was going through them, getting rid of them as efficiently as possible without like making them too agitated to break out. Yeah,
Gotcha.
And Viridian
I
will
like want to
go,
make that mistake.
yeah,
yeah,
it makes sense.
and Viridian will be like, what? Ah, I mean, not now. I mean, any idea Al's posing now is just sounds crazy.
which is why we should go and stop him.
Is that really the best use of our time?
Yes. Whatever he has planned is clearly not going to make things better. In fact, I have the horrible feeling that it'll make it much worse. You can't just let this happen.
Excuse me, Felix. May I roll rapport as Clara looks up at you to, try and delve deeper into how, serious, like, I know you're being serious, but, like, you know, what I mean.
I get you. You can you can roll rapport.
Do I have any, no.
Animal handling.
Ugh, give him a hand.
The classic
Give him a
joke.
hand. Give him a hand. Yeah, you don't figure anything out. Fucked up. No, no.
Fucked up that what that says about him.
Enigma.
He's an
Fucked up what that
enigma!
fucked up what that says about him, huh?
Damn,
Well,
there's,
yeah.
Shit.
damn, there's a fucking psychological element to this.
Yeah.
This is so
no, but,
psychotropic.
I think you can get a feeling that Felix is starting to, the blanket of guilt is starting to wash over him a little bit. Where you just about well, you've hurt yourself pretty bad killing a Lycos today that we directly were involved in putting underground.
I mean, Claire kind of deserves it. She did suggest a forest fire.
No. Okay, well, no, that was a combined effort of burning down a
No,
forest.
but I know what you mean. So Claire will be looking at Felix a bit, as her eyes are still pretty pretty like sudsy. As she will pause for just a second, and then try and like look ahead at Viridian, and then to Gwen slightly. I support Felix. I think we should go after Al. We're just... I don't think the Grimm are gonna stop popping up no matter how many we take care of.
What is stopping Al gonna do? I'd rather save a dozen hog streets, she'll gesture to all the people in the crowd, and what? Stop Al from what? What are we gonna do by killing Al? By stopping, she didn't say kill, by stopping Al.
Well, for one, his plan to flood the tunnels will be...
We don't know he's gonna do that.
Are we willing to risk that? I'm pretty sure there are people down there. Or are they less deserving of our help? Not to mention...
That's not what I mean. It's just There's people here in the city right now.
There are people in the tunnels right now as well.
Then
And even if Merlot keeps to his guns and doesn't help with whatever he has planned, I don't think any of us really trust Piper.
I'm also gonna be honest, guys. I don't know how many more hog streets I can clean out. Well, I still have, I think, the energy to keep going today. I'd like us to be... I think we can do a lot better with a lot more precision if we try and stop Al from throwing even more chaos in the city.
As you see Clark talking, Gwen, you just see her legs are kind of like shaking a little bit more, and you see like bits of her like sweating off bits of foam onto the ground that are like sizzling into aura.
As much as I like making team discussions out of everything, I think I support Felix in this, and we should move faster rather than bicker too much. Do you agree with at least giving it your all on this, Gwen? Or do you really feel like we shouldn't?
it's kind of like grinding her teeth, like biting her lip, like because Felix basically just hit her with the like trading lives stick.
You don't
that
trade
Gwen,
lives.
Well, Gwen wasn't
Exactly.
seeing it that way, but then he's kind of made it that
He's
way.
reframed
you're just
it.
picking who to save, which is
Yeah.
different, and she's doesn't know how to feel about it, and
Yeah.
Clara actually, now that she says it out loud, just looks like she's going to kill over. And Gwen's in the like, I could fucking kill a million Grim mode right now.
Gwen's adrenaline's still pumping.
Gwen is pumped, and it's just like,
And
I can keep
mad.
going. And yeah, and so it's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, the perspective she sees is widening. Her POV is getting wider. She's thinking about it. In that moment of pause, someone rushes up to clap Gwen and Viridian on the shoulders as they walk and goes, "All right, Supernova." As Bert muscles his way in. So he's gotten a
Not
bandage
this
on.
guy.
He's gotten a bandage on his head now, and he's got his shotgun slung over his back, and he looks more steady and alert again. He's like wiped himself off after the fight. All right, you have on your scrolls and everything the routes you was heading on these clean up them Grimmage stuff. I know you said head off last time, but since we're moving people here, me and my boys are gonna get moving. I want to know where they headed Berkowitz off so we could go reinforce him.
Yeah, Gwen will pull up her scroll and start showing him.
All right.
Hey, we took these routes. He went this way. We cleared this, here, this, and this. Got this. You know, she
He
has
seems to be
time.
actually paying attention and asking the right questions. Gwen's getting a positive review on Brandy. He sounds funny, but he's being serious about this. And he looks up at one point. Hey, you need any water or anything, by the way? We still got a bit.
Yeah, I'd take some.
Got a few donuts, too. They might not be something you'd think, but the sugar in them's real good for when you need a boost and everything. All right, great. Yeah, I'll go get some of those, and I'll get me and my boys, and we'll get one of our squad cars and head over in that direction. Should be enough. He'll clap you guys on the shoulder. Where you headed, by the way? Do we need, in case we finish fast, we'll link up with you afterwards. Oh, wait, I'll get the donuts and things first. He hustles back over. He's talking with people.
Gwen will
And
sigh.
seems to actually be holding and own as ordering people around. People are taking him seriously.
Claire will smile and
Claire.
chuckle a bit weakly.
As he vanishes from your immediate vision, just becomes a blur.
I can't get a read on that guy.
Hopefully,
Hey,
that
Gwen
should
will-
give me a bit more energy to make it through this.
Claire, you're the team leader. You make the decision. I'll accept it.
I'm deciding we're going after Al. Any complaints? Claire will look to Viridian, who hasn't said yes or no.
Yeah, I got a bunch of complaints about everything, but I'd have some complaints if we just completely ignored him too, so who knows what's the best thing to do right now.
Well, I'll take responsibility for calling it at least. Alright,
Here you go! As he'll hand Gwen a big stack of the donut boxes and water balls, just stack on them quickly. It's a little bit of blood on the side of the container, but didn't make it inside to the donuts.
Thanks.
All right. Sorry, where were you heading then? Assuming we able to knock things over, us and Berkowitz can be the cavalry to come help you. Or maybe Iris if they need it, if you know where they is either. You know, if the Prince's team is in the city either, that might be another pertinent one we might actually have to do.
Last we heard they are.
He nods kind of. Right, alright, I'll ask around about that one if you don't know them myself. You look over towards Clara for asking where they're headed.
No, did we know? So we know Hunter's in the city. Do we know that Verdian's dad is working with Hunter? Or is that an that's only out of character cutscene. Okay. No one's found that out. You know he's working with someone in character.
Okay, out of character, guys. I really want to tell him.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's the better idea.
I mean, we can just say we're going to Merlot Labs.
Yeah, I that's what I want to tell him. I think that's a better
explanation,
idea.
Like, good point. Like, why? If he cares.
I mean, if he cares, there's something dangerous happening there.
Fair enough.
We're past the point of obscuring things. The city's blowing up.
No, fair enough.
He's a good guy. He deserves to know.
Do you think it's worth mentioning that the Hunter's in the city to Burke is another huntsman? We don't know what that guy's doing. If he's I would like to think any huntsman worth their fucking salt would drop whatever fucking shit they were doing to protect the city. But I'm
gonna say, and this might be controversial, I think that Hunter Hauser probably will get involved without us having to mention, like, to Burke Brandy to keep him in the loop.
Well, just so he
I think it would take too much time to explain to him. Well, he looks
Burke,
like
if you see a guy with a big hat, don't shoot him. He's not bad.
I was only gonna shoot the Grim.
I don't know. I've heard guys with big hats are scary.
Huntsmen are in the city. Real huntsmen.
Oh, it's morale. I see.
Exactly.
Burke's biorhythm is now high.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta think of the biorhythms.
Yeah. Now, I could say this, but I'm also dying. Not IRL, in character.
Yeah, this is in character. Yeah, out of character. Moment. Anyway. You guys good to slip back in as he's looking, ask him where you're headed?
Yeah, sure.
His big ol' eyes. Yeah, okay.
Does anyone want to lay claim to the...
He was looking towards Clark because she's team later. He's also starting to look a little concerned as he's staring at her.
Also, they're best friends.
We're going to Merlot Labs. Something bad might be happening there.
Oh, it's different from the last route, I guess, but, what's happening over there? You heard news from the, doc?
Too complicated to get into.
Alright. I suppose we'll head on over after we're done where we are, unless we get any more emergencies.
Thank you, that'd be real helpful.
Aye, every bit helps in this situation. You take good care of yourselves, and you hand opening that bottle there, Clara.
It's okay, Felix is here. As Claire just shakily raises her bottle.
Make sure you got your breath and everything then. Alright, we're off then. Good luck, huntsman. Happy hunting.
Stay safe, Officer Brandy.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. As he heads off with this group and they grab this car and are gonna drive off to go help Romeo.
Felix.
Well, okay, so what? We're not gonna tell him that Romeo might be a serial killer? Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty... Yeah, shit. Well, I hope nothing bad happens with that.
Oh.
What the fuck do you mean, oh?
I just wanted to point this out.
Piper's gonna be there.
Ah! We're sending Burke Brandy to his death.
No.
What do you mean, no? Bro said no.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I see. Well, When she
Piper
goes,
will
"Oh, your
save
little
them."
friend Burke Brandy," and then throws his severed head to us.
That'd be an emotional moment.
It would also be a three fucking loss of fuck.
Resolve with
Resolve.
zero.
Three's not that much.
Aw, fine.
This in this economy, yeah,
Well,
three's
no,
not that
that's three
much.
for Felix. It scales to how much of a friend you are to Burke Brandy.
Yeah, and Felix met him once? Question mark.
No, Felix met him several times.
I know. I'm
He
joking.
did not feel a connection to him
As
until this
Felix's moment. All right. As they're hustling off and you hearing them speed off, Team Supernova, everyone in the area, of course, including yourselves. Another one of those moments where there's a big light cutout blackout as even the backup power generator light shut off for a moment. Felix normally can at least tank these pretty well, being a faunus. They're surprising, but he can still see everything. But the big part of this one that's a concern is this time accompanying it, there's a larger sort of shaking tremor in the ground. Not enough for buildings to be damaged or anything, but enough for you all to have to stable yourself. Clara basically fucking falls on Gwen almost. You can feel her legs are barely keeping her up. And there's a loud sort of echoing sound in the distance that sounds like the distant sound of an explosion going off. And then another before the lights flick back on again. And you're going to start hearing the raid sirens revving up in the background of things again.
What in the world? Gwen will try and steady Clara.
Yeah. On the raid siren, this has been going on intermittently, being the direction of announcements those announcements where it's announcement, there's danger in the area. Please provide to the nearest safety procedure and follow the instructions of the military police there. One of those robo announcers telling people over the announce. This time it cuts back in again, interrupting its last message as it's saying, a warning to the citizens of the Glen. Please please find yourselves to the nearest secure location, building or otherwise, and follow protocols for artillery bombardments. Hide under buildings, stables, and other secure locations underground. Please follow the instructions of the military police in the form of a military occupation. And it will continue going on procedures on how to stay safe during bombardments and military.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, that's all. Yeah.
They're bombing the city? That's insane.
That's bad.
The panic in the area nearby as this group was leaving kicks up a bit, and you hear Bastion screaming and shouting and gesturing around the area. You see the military police in the area looking around baffled. Can I get some wit rolls also?
Yeah.
Dear fucking Lord. He really wants us out of the city.
Wait.
Was it the same voice?
It was actually a good voice.
Give me a wit roll.
Sweet. It's actually Al putting on a female voice.
Oh wait, do you want a wit roll from everybody?
Yeah, everyone. This is a perception sort of roll equivalent.
I got you. Jinx.
Buy me a call. Right.
Oh no.
Bree and Gwen both tune in that it is a little surprising that it kind of cut off the previous announcer, and did sound slightly modulated. And just it's like the system's either running over itself or something. That's a bit odd. And it's kind of stopped the other safety procedure. Another thing they all notice is all the military police are instantly hitting the clone trooper, touch my ear, I'm hearing someone directing orders to me now thing. And are looking over at each other and briefly hustling and moving and looking a bit concerned. And one of them walks up to Bo Maines and he does an incredulous eyebrow raise and grabs him by the shoulder and checks something with him and shakes his head. And they start hustling out even faster as he runs over into the crowd to tell Bastion something, then runs over and joins these guys in their but in their leaving in this car.
No, not escape. They're not leaving.
That is
They're
a
just going
misplay.
to get help.
Yeah. as the military police are being a lot more firm in escorting these people out. They're not being kind anymore. They're like, move, 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 now! As this group of people is being very heavily curtained off. All right, back to Supernova if you have any reactions to this in the media.
Well, I don't notice it.
Oh my goddess, what's going on now?
They can't just do that.
I don't know if they can't. They might.
The MPs are acting weird.
How are they gonna bomb? That's gonna bury this place.
You guys are all going to get another alert on your scrolls. Communication channel that's opening up. It's multi-channel, like you're getting pulled into a group chat thing. It's Varric and Team Grail.
Okay.
Let me actually go get their pictures.
We join them.
We know. Oh, you don't pull them on red. That's nice. All right. Here, I'll grab Artie and Varric really quick. One sec. Should have him ready. Let me give him the customary. Oh, God, I keep clicking this fucking car. That's gonna be the end of me. I've misclicked it like four times during this scene. It's really, my favorite running joke.
No, it's really cool. I appreciate it. It's like I'm playing with like a toy set. It's like a big thing.
Yeah. All right. So you'll come on. The trying to shield yourself from the sound of the air raid siren is Artorius and Varric are on the line. As Artie goes, oh, good. We were concerned that you wouldn't be able to pick up. Does that mean you're not in the middle of actually dealing with any grid right now?
We just wrapped up closing a breach on Hog Street. They're being evacuated now.
It feels like Varric comes in, sounding still high with his high, loud voice, but a lot more reserved than his flamboyant, normal way of handling it. It feels like every time we hear somewhere, we're learning of another incursion. This isn't a good sign. Right.
Are you in the city?
We are now heading into the city from the barricades, yes. We have to assist in the orders to escort now. It's been decided upon that we're going to attempt to locate as many citizens as possible and escort them out of the Glen. Whether that's in direct order of the governor or not, it's a state of emergency that we can't allow to be abided by. That, and there's also some other concern, Artie says, looking towards the screen, kind of, you can tell he's like clenching his jaw and his like eyes are kind of focused.
Sorry, did he say orders? His orders are that?
Yeah, his orders are that, as in, yeah, like Varric's are.
Your orders are to evacuate everyone in the city?
That's our intention, yes.
Orders from who? There's just an announcement now to bunker down and prepare for bombardments in the city.
Bombardments, Artie says, like steamed, and Varric blinks, and he looks around. We're just entering the city now, so we haven't been informed on any of this. Are you certain about this?
Yes. Literally just moments ago.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. The military is the one ordering the evacuation of all civilians in the city. They're attempting to breach in some areas, but some of the security systems are giving them at least some difficulty in the low power mode. They're heading through our main entrance now that we are using as a reinforcement point. But we still have to divert most of the forces of the soldiers out towards dealing with the migration, now trying to divert it away from the city as much as possible. You're sure they're saying they're bombing the city? That's
yes,
not right!
I believe we heard it too.
That can't be. Did you hear an explosion then?
Yeah, the city's lights went off and a series of explosions went off, and then the alarms came on and gave the announcement.
Then that, and Artie kind of cuts him off. That's not the city being bombarded. That's that Red Fang, that's some of those Red Fang cells blowing their way through tunnels, damning anyone else's lives in the meantime. Orders are all ready to deal with any terrorist on site causing any more problems in the meantime. Anyone that gets in the way of the civilians trying to escape like them is just going to be another distractionary force like the Grim. Along with, well, we wanted to get in contact with you immediately. We need to know, do you know the location of either Dr. Merlot or Dr. Hamlin? Yes, the prince is right. That's the most immediate concern as well.
For what purpose?
A warrant for both of their arrest, immediate apprehension.
Is that important?
Seemingly, considering the orders coming with the one to escort everyone out of the city, whatever is happening in the city is their fault, Artie says confidently, cutting him off again.
Felix and
The involvement of Merlot Industries is the reason the city's in such a disarray, and the possibility of those Grimm that are coming out of anywhere in subterranean. We suspect there's more facilities in the city they were keeping Grimm.
Felix and Gwen ran into Piper earlier today after the Grimm attacks.
Anywhere you know they're going towards would be great for us to know. And, well, any assistance you'd have in apprehending them as well.
Okay.
Gwen gives everyone a look like,
Are we going? Out of character.
What are we
bring it in.
doing?
Yeah, out of character.
And
Ben, out of character, bring it in.
Ben picks up the big D20. Out of character, out of character!
Out of character, bring it in.
We telling
should
them?
probably-
These guys
let's
are gonna
just tell.
stomp
Let's
on the
ju-
neck
yeah,
of
we're just
anyone
gonna
they show
tell.
up at.
Yeah, yes,
We're just gonna tell them, that's fine.
I'm of the opinion that we could just tell people things like at this
guys, that'll implicate you.
It will implicate us. But honestly, we deserve it. We deserve it. We low-key kind of deserve it.
Low-key kind of
I think
Richard,
next...
thoughts? You haven't really spoken up about this topic. I want to get the full team in on this.
Yeah, we should tell them where we think Piper is.
Yeah.
Well, what about Merlot?
I mean, we know he's in the lab, but we're going there. We should just tell him. We should just tell them we're going there.
Yeah,
but wait,
If
won't
there's
that
a
look really
warrant for his
suspicious
arrest.
if they find out?
If they
Why?
find out what?
But but think about this from Artie's perspective and Varric's perspective. That we tell them, yeah, this is where Piper is. Then if they ever found out, by the way, after that, they went to go meet with Merlot down in his underground lab.
Well, yeah, we're
You know
going.
what I mean?
We're going
the
to
optics aren't great.
We're going to apprehend him. We have to probably do that if we're already
Well,
committed
what?
to killing
Okay,
him.
but
yeah,
why would we tell them?
that'll work if we fucking apprehend him. What if something goes wrong?
I don't know what the problem is.
What the? Yeah, neither do I.
I'm just being the devil.
If something goes wrong, we'll have to deal with it at the time.
Ben's point is that it implicates you pretty heavily on being involved in the procedure. Whether that's fair or not, it would mean that you guys went off there and they can figure out that, so you were working for him and supplying him with Grimm. And whatever your reason is, we don't trust you now. And we're going to assume you were involved in this procedure, is Ben's point.
My point is, what if we go down there and Merlot gets away somehow? Whatever, he gets away. We don't capture him. He gets away.
Mm-hmm.
We come back up. Hey, damn, Merlot's gone. That's gonna look really suspicious. It's just my point.
Well,
it's
I
like,
think-
you guys go to meet him in his underground lab and he just disappears.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it is really suspicious. Who cares what it looks like?
Yeah, I think it's going to be infinitely worse if, say, we just, don't tell them and that happens anyway.
Well, why don't we tell them both? Is the thing?
No,
is what I think.
my point is that we should tell them both. That's my point.
Oh, okay, we're on the
because
same
you
page
guys are
then.
being duplicitous by giving him half information.
What?
Yeah, my whole point was
You guys were saying tell Piper, not necessarily Merlot, and Ben was concerned that you didn't mean tell them where Merlot
No,
is.
sorry, I must have misspoken then. My position is just tell people everything.
Well, let's.
My
temper
position
that.
is definitely tell them where Piper is.
Yeah.
And let them know. I never said don't tell them where Merlot is. I just said let them be like, oh, we're going after Merlot.
Yeah, which I assumed meant we'll handle it. Don't worry. I think, and that's where it came across.
Yeah.
As. So are you telling him this is where we
that's fair.
think Merlot is, and we're going there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
think that
would
would
be
probably
reasonable.
be for the best.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
going
That's
there.
fair.
Yeah,
That's a good
it's not
clarification.
worded like we'll take care of it. It's like this is what
It's not
we're
worded like
doing.
Daredevil saying I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Leaves.
We're taking
Do
care of
we-
Merlot.
Do we literally say anything about we know fucked up shit about Merlot at all?
We'll cover that later. This is the most immediate is here's
we-
where we are going to be. Here's where we think Piper is.
I mean, is there no pertinent details you think should be shared? It is a good question.
We should maybe be like, hey, there's some things we need to tell you about them. Maybe later, because clearly it's like a time limit right now. Like we need to go now.
No. Mention to them that there's a chance that Al might flood the tunnels.
That's also yes. We should definitely. That's a good.
Hugely good point.
Huge, big lead. Winning big lead.
This is big for the company.
This is big for the company.
You know, we don't have them very often, but this is a definitive supernova win.
This is a defense.
Well, let's not say that just yet.
Also known as parachuting out of our involvement in a conspiracy. This is a huge W for the team.
Hey, listen, we're just kids.
We're just
caught
kids,
up.
unironically.
We got caught up.
We're just little babies.
Gail will extradite us. It's fine.
We're little huntsman
It's gonna
babies.
be so awesome.
We're
when
literally
you guys
fine.
Go to prison.
Yeah,
I go to juvie.
But,
And Felix goes to juvie.
but I think that's the position we're all gonna take then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as he said, he had just asked for more intel. If you knew anything about where they were. Go ahead.
Does anyone want to take the shot?
No.
Well, we
I'm
actually,
dying.
sorry, we technically, I just want to say we ended off with
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Clara saying, "Hey, Gwen and Felix saw Piper." This
Right,
was the
alright,
last thing
yeah.
that was said. So
Yeah, Artie will be
Sure, mine.
looking over, insistent, being like, "Do you remember when that last was? When? How long ago? And where? Did she say anywhere she was headed?"
She was headed to meet up with Romeo at his house, attempting to.
Varric flinches, and Artie looks baffled for a second and goes, "The Ripper's out?"
Yes.
Varric clenches his glove. This it will require much more explanation than a simple brush ahead at how you were involved in the freeing of the Ripper. I'm sure you all know. So it's true? Artie looks back towards you guys like scandalized. I thought Varric had been mistaken. You were involved in that?
It's complicated, okay?
Complicated?
It was not my choice.
Whose choice was it then? And how can it not be your choice if you were complicit? My
We
liege,
don't have
this may
time
not
for
be the
this.
best time. No, what other time could there be? Now we know there's another madman in the city?
Clara's gonna call.
He was fine when we left him. He had even
Fine?
taken Nevermore. He
A
was
killer
killing
is
him.
fine?
He was doing his job as a huntsman.
He turned people into a red mist, damn it! You hear Artie slam his fist into a building in the background as his scroll cuts out for a second. And you hear crumbling of like debris and stuff as you realize he probably activated his semblance to destroy it by accident. And he comes back in, running a hand through his hair, trying to calm down. Where is he then?
At his home, we think.
It's been some time
Right.
since we've seen him.
Derek will speak up, getting in the way of whatever Artie's about to say. We'll handle that as well then, I suppose. If Dr. Hamlin's heading there, it can at least be two birds with one stone, hopefully. Like, worry how much in
She's-
league they are.
She's dangerous. I
We're
don't
aware.
know if
She is incredibly
Okay.
fast.
Though I wonder exactly how much you are aware of on myself. Finish your huntsman duties as necessary for the immediate. Inform us where Dr. Merlot may be as well, and continue to assist in the escort of civilians out of the city. But besides
going-
that, I hope you understand that you shouldn't be heading anywhere out of this place once this is all over.
we were going to confront Dr. Merlot in his lab.
He's still at... Eric would probably still talking. Artie's gnashing his teeth more right now. He's still at his facility then.
There's an deep underground bunker he has.
How deep? They're just
Very.
staring like a very calm but focused interrogator at this point.
Minutes in an elevator.
Do you have an estimate? The facility
have an
on the
estimate.
surface right now is currently one of the epicenters of one of the outbreak zones.
Does Gwen have an estimate?
I mean, yeah, you can say it, and he just sighs. It's like an absurd amount, right? It's like a secret facility. You see him sigh, and you hear Artorias on the other end again as he's just being pulled away by one of his teammates, probably at the moment, as he's screaming something about unbelievable and looking like they're increasing their pace. That would explain why he's still alive, then, at least. That area
Well,
is
at the
of
moment,
incre-
he's supposedly the one keeping Al from flooding the tunnels.
that program
Yes.
flooding the tunnels. What would flooding to deal with the Grim? Did they have a security measure that's failed then?
It would seem so.
Their
Explain.
intentions are to wipe out anyone in the mines to detract from Grim attention.
Huh. Dealing with the Red Fang in the mines. Finally, at least something that sounds reasonable from a sociopath like Merlot. Terrorist cells under a city. The governor will never live this one down. Unbelievable.
No, they weren't all terrorists, right?
No, there are many workers there. That's also another thing they don't know about, because that's the secret project, remember?
They're not all terrorists.
The Red Fang aren't all terrorists. Don't make me
They're not
laugh,
all Red
are
Fang.
they? Who else would be in there? Derek says more cutely again, trying to get already off his rant.
So no, they were like what? Like workers? For,
They're like civic
what's his
workers.
names?
Yeah. So they're civic
McDonald's
workers. Officially,
Project?
officially what the governor explained to the team at the time was, these guys are doing this work. I haven't ordered them to do it, but they are doing it in a sense to be able to get the Glen and Vale's rail lines connected again, to give them work again. And he's just kind of like, he said he didn't order it, but it seems like it's sort of like an under the table, like, of course I'm letting them work there. I'm not stopping them. This would benefit me hugely, connect the Vale and Glen. But he said it officially wasn't his order, so probably somebody works for him if someone did tell them to do it. Or some union thing. It was very suspicious.
Workers to expand the tunnels to connect to the Vale. Some off the books construction project.
You just hear indignant noises from Artorias' side of the line, and Varric clenches his teeth again in sighs. So the civilians as well is the reason they haven't been flooded.
Yes, that's why Dr. Merlot hasn't let Al flood the tunnels.
Why would he care? It's not important right now, my liege. That is a good consideration. Is there any identification of the locations where these people might be trapped down there?
Do we have any idea now?
Al was not very forthcoming, and you didn't really talk.
But
to
we
Piper
can get
much.
those. We can get
You
that.
can
information.
at the lab, probably. Yeah.
We could get that information at the lab.
As I said, the lab is currently one of the most highly infested areas with the Grim in the city. Extraction of Merlot would be difficult itself because of that. Any property, well, I suppose depending on how sophisticated this lab security is, if it's down in that other facility, it would be there, yes. This assistant, it's a rudimentary AI, right? It would have access to it. Do you have any means of contacting it still, with the power being down?
You have to understand that Al has something is wrong with him.
What?
He's not exactly listening to many.
What do you
people.
mean?
True. This is not a phone call conversation. This ain't it. It's not a supercomputer.
I love that you guys are like.
What do you mean over the
I
phone at me?
was so happy because I'm like, Male Eyes, they huddled together, they got their plan, and then they're like, Romeo's there, and I'm like, oh, they really forgot that for it. Oof, that's rough.
To get up for like 2 seconds.
Okay. You haven't missed too much. Liam, he asked, what do you mean Al's not listening? He said, what the fuck does that mean? And Liam's going, it's over!
We can't
describe this.
He already saw.
By the time they get there,
Varric already softly said that don't leave after you finish because we're coming to arrest you. How much worse could it get? What, would they put out a warrant for you guys too?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so pessimistic.
Your Honor, we found out this out like a day ago.
Your
It's
Honor,
not our fault.
it's been like.
What were we
3
supposed to do?
It's actually been a while.
We're huntsmen. We're told to not meddle in politics.
Yes! Yes, Buck!
we can't.
That's why we supported the private research of Merlot Industries to help the construction of the tunnels. Listen like good boys and girls to the governor's orders. Fuck Redwall, by the way. They deserve it.
Yeah, I don't know about all of you, but I'm not getting arrested.
Yeah, I can't go back.
I'm not getting arrested either. Turns into foam.
Okay, so are we saying anything? What's our code?
Whoa,
for this?
do we just hang up, bros?
I mean, we can sell the hey, you know, he's a program. He's just going wild. I mean, surely.
He's grown a mind of his own.
Have you read any of the science fiction novels? Remember, AI in universe is anyone who is aware of it knows it's not that advanced yet. That is the problem. As Mary rambled, that's impossible. That's just science
That's
fiction. You don't have anything like
impossible.
that. Lamb's one of the best, and even he's just like a chatbot most of the time.
It's malfunctioning. We'll go with that.
It's
probably.
malfunctioning. True.
That's not a lie. That's
True.
just
That's
true.
yeah, not a lie, so you can't make me roll deception.
I'm back.
True.
Get fucked, GM.
I guess we're waiting for Blake.
He said he was taking a second ride, or do you mean he came back?
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, as he had said, what do you mean? Incredulously.
It's malfunctioning. Merlot doesn't have complete control over it.
You give me like a wit roll?
Fucking.
Oh, hey, I'm giving you the chance to not sound as suspicious.
Argumentative?
Can she argue? Here's my problem. It's about never backing on her beliefs, and this isn't something she'd believe because she'd be like, I'm talking bullshit. You know what I mean?
Fine.
Okay, that's fine. Keep going. Just keep going. It's malfunctioning?
Yes, it's very complicated, state-of-the-art technology. I don't understand it. All I know is it's on the fritz.
He wasn't making a lot of sense when he was speaking to us.
And he lost a lot of power. His computation's messy. I don't know. Something.
Tell me what you need to do to find this information then, and we will discuss the finer details later.
We'll be going to Merlot Labs.
Are you sure you... Right. He thinks about it for a second, and you see him talk down to like another device on one of his wrists as he mutes his side of the line for a second as Varric's talking. And Artie's just staring at his scroll as he's like hustling on his end. I can't believe it. You knew all about this?
Sorry. What? Referring
This is
to what?
Artorias. Or
Oh.
just like all these details you've just told him. He still seems pretty fucking shook up about the Ripper thing, especially.
Artie, can we
It was a
give you...
busy day, and then the city exploded.
As, Claire will try to weakly raise her hand as Gwen's like shouting. Artie, can we give you a full explanation after everything here is calmed down?
I don't know if you'll be giving me a full explanation by the sounds of it, but I'll hear about it in the papers one day. He looks quite steamed, and Varric will come back on the line. Supernova, continue to assist in the escort of civilians outside the city. It's the best form you can be doing. They'll be needing additional escort from Grimm on site.
Felix will kind of look at the others and be like,
We'll just shake our head like, no, right? Like, what's this
I'm
guy's fucking problem?
I'm afraid we can't do that.
Your involvement will only make things more complicated.
Someone has to stop whatever's going on down there.
Yes, I agree, and someone more fit to do it than your team can be able to handle it. We'll make our way there ourselves. You're
We'll meet you
complicit in
there.
this.
Yes.
Artie
we'll
looks
see you there.
Artie looks baffled. Do you know what this means? You'd be going against the Crown Authority.
From the way you're talking, you've already made up your minds that we have. You don't know anything that's going on in this city, apparently.
And do you think I'm happy about that? I would have preferred to hear about it. I seem to be the only one who came here with the intention of actually helping the people here, knowing you were complicit with their machinations, whatever the governor wanted.
Factories.
Oh, please! You cannot be defending the Red Fang again! This is unbelievable! What kind of mongoloid are you? Seriously! As Varric is going to cut the call on Artie's end, it seems like, as he thankfully had the host of the calls, he's going to speak again. I mean it sincerely, Supernova. I would prefer if you could listen to our orders, so we can do the best for you in the future. I'm sure there is a better explanation, but now is not the time to be making any more bold assumptions of your abilities here, let alone your authority. Consider how many people you can save this way, rather than compelling yourselves to make clean a mistake you clearly have made. Don't let pride before the fall and all of that. Happy hunting, as he'll sign off.
Felix will just look. He'll just look awful. He'll just be looking so, like, gritting his teeth. Just. This is. Most of this is our fault.
Our fault? What's our fault?
I don't know. I should have said something, done something. But we kept going along with it.
It's alright.
We didn't do anything.
I think that's my point. If we had just... Felix will just put his hand on the car for a second, like... Alright, we're going there. I don't really care what he had to say. I feel as if we confront Merlot, he might be willing to actually... I mean, surely if he's cornered by... well, less friendly faces, he won't be
He'll
so...
listen.
Yes, he'll listen. And then we can go back to helping other people. But we should at least get the information to them about the people in the tunnels.
Let's go.
What's Rian saying? Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, he's just sighing.
Okay. I just heard your background music or sound. I thought you were trying to talk for a few seconds, but
Nah.
you guys can pile up into the car minus the turret now, and let me get you. You guys refilled everything, got yourself back to your flare amounts and everything.
Yeah.
I should be able to.
The donut give us any buff?
Yeah.
It's a donut. Yeah. This can be this could have counted with the donut and the driving and everything as a breather. So you can spend resolve to heal aura here.
Curious, I'm full.
Yeah. I gotta add in my next patch, or in one of them, just the actual term for this. I think I'm gonna call it rallying.
What?
When you spend resolve for aura. So I can have it in like text of things more often. I talked about this once. I need to add more keywords for mechanical things.
Then you can have
Method
stuff trigger rally.
Yeah, exactly. Or trigger on rallies and
I'm
things.
so fucking brain rotted. The first thing I thought of was like, okay, but what is checkering?
Yes, sir.
Fuck, that's one of the best discussions we've ever had on podcast. It's a shame we didn't do a podcast back then. That shit was gold.
I was walking through the fucking supermarket and I saw the French fries, and that's what I think of every fucking time. I think of that one discussion every time.
So fucking autistic. I'll wait for Ben to get back. This might be, I don't know how long this will be.
Yeah, it's fine.
A few moments later.
Fuck him.
Thought you were fine.
Honestly,
honestly, it's the Ripper thing that fucked him up. Honestly, that's the shit that got him. He in that scene said, "I told Varric there's no way that you guys were involved with that."
Yeah, here's the thing though. That wasn't something we planned. That's a Viridian
That's true.
special,
Look,
right?
We weren't involved in that.
We
It's
didn't
just
mean to
we're
be.
friends with Romeo.
I just
And
like him.
he was the Ripper.
I just like
trying
it.
to figure it out when the city exploded.
A likely excuse.
Sorry,
Okay,
he
we were
grabbed
involved
under
in
the
breaking-
timetable. You fucking cocksucker.
Sorry, the light
We were
went out and he
involved-
grabbed the teleporting cat. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, we were involved in breaking him out, but we didn't mean to.
It's okay. This is the one thing that you guys do have a little less culpability for. It's the first loss of faith when he sat you down at the diner where he lost it, where the first crack was there, and then now it's just growing.
Here's
All
the
right.
question.
If he was in real jail, we probably wouldn't have broken him out.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he gonna be mad that we broke out Yusuf? Don't answer that.
This guy doesn't
Okay,
know
no,
who
no.
it
But
is.
what if we go, dude? Listen to us. They were gonna rip his brain out, and he was cool with it.
But who'd you break him out with?
Okay.
Red Fang.
Well, and there it is.
there
it
Commander,
is.
There it is.
Oh, Commander! You make her sound so
the
opulent.
Grand Wizard of the
Grand Wizard Boots. All right, you better have cut in for Grand Wizard Boots. This bit was funny. Okay, I make a note to cut in somewhere a minute ago. Yeah. All right, so you guys are driving over, and speaking of friends you really like, as you're driving, you're gonna get an alert on your phone from Piper.
Oh my god. What is it?
Are you gonna pick up? It's a call.
Yeah, we love information here.
Oh, it's a call? Okay.
Yeah. No way. This is.
Someone else answer. I both don't have my scroll and am
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
Gwen will answer.
Yeah, this is a good one. Okay. All right. Imagine it's like under her, it says like Piper parentheses wanted criminal. It's like autocorrects on the scroll line.
That's all.
Okay.
Joke.
Didn't call it. Okay. All right.
Wow, it's crazy, but the Veil comm system does that.
Yeah.
Why does it say that under your name now, too?
Hey, wait a minute! It says it under all our
well.
names. Doesn't say it under my name. I don't got mine.
Guys, why do we have
Fucking
5 stars?
Why are we
Why
at
do we have
5
5 stars?
stars?
Don't worry, I know a cheat code for this.
Why are we at 5 stars? Okay, Piper
Put
comes
that on the
in.
thumbnah, Blake.
Oh yeah,
True.
You gotta put the GTA 5 stars.
Supernova, are you there? Oh, are any of you incapacitated, or are you all still on your feet?
Some worse for wear, but we're still standing.
Wonderful. That's some good news. The stress is already playing into her voice as she sighs.
Hawk Street is secure.
Good.
Evacuating. Safe house is broken.
Right. There are some more complications I've run into personally. Have you heard about the Red Fang?
No.
Well, are you lying or intentionally
Wait,
or
what did we hear about
forgetting?
the Red Fang?
Well, already
Oh,
said
the
that
blowing holes in the tunnels.
yeah, to escape. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
We can't let her know we know shit.
Yeah, no, fair.
Okay, it's fine. Some of the cells have decided they'll be blowing their way out and have already caused more of the tunnels to breach and more of the Grim to spill into the city at an accelerated rate.
What those explosions were?
Yes, sizable enough. I suppose they did really find someone actually selling them armaments at some point. That's a concern that I didn't expect. It's bad. My estimations on the city already being in a bad state of affairs have moved up the timetables. We need to escort more people just out of the city. Anyone that you're able to is your best shot before leaving yourselves. Have you finished your route?
Sorry. What are we?
Say no. Say no, we have not.
You can speak up.
That's fair.
Obviously, we're not telling her we're going to the lab, right? That'd be stupid.
I don't think it would matter either way, but yeah.
I don't think we are, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think she
Alright.
extends to tell them everything.
Well,
Or...
It's an open phone call. You guys can answer if you would like, but I can continue on.
Felix will say, no, we're not done.
Drop it then. You won't have time to finish it and make it out of the city as well.
How bad is it?
As I said, moving up the timetable and exploding all those tunnels and things is going to expedite the process horrifically. The more Grim that spill into the city causes more people dying and running from the Grim, which will agitate more Grim that weren't even in facilities we had. And the ones that are will begin to force themselves further and further until they're able to make more structural damage and escape. Not to mention, it won't do good for the morale with the Red Fang running around getting into firefights with the military police now. It's pandemonium, and it's going to become an infection that'll get worse. I don't doubt that at one point the military on the outside will simply seal the city. Also, don't listen to the alerts you're hearing.
The
They're
bombardment?
false.
False? What do you
There's
mean?
no artillery bombardments on the city. It doesn't make any sense. And from what puppets I have outside the city, it's not true. I think
Who's
Al's been
making-
fully compromised.
Al's the
It
one who
was
did
him.
that?
It's the only summary I can get, unless there's an unknown other adjutant in the city that wants to cause exact pandemonium. I suppose I couldn't put it by the Red Fang, but I don't think they'd have the resources. Why? I don't know. Frankly, Puppet. I imagine that something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. And I don't know why it would have. The only thing I could think of is... somehow Al has received treatment in the surgery. But Montgomery would never go through with it, so I don't know who could have done it. Or how. It doesn't make any sense, frankly. It's the only thing I could assume. Al's not sophisticated enough in what he's allowed to in his current cell. That or the power line going down has caused him to have a slow means of slowly creeping his way into the security systems in the city. But I still don't know if he has the functionality or the sophistication to realize that in his current state. As I said, he's being kept alive currently on some backup supplies. I don't know if that would be enough for him without being liberated in some sense. Put into a body or something like that as a Lucis. Theoretically, though, if he was, he might have means.
Is that a thing he could do?
As I said, theoretically, but Montgomery shouldn't have gone through with the procedure, so Puppet... If I could ask, can you head to the Merlot facility, link up with me, and head to the facilities? We need to get Montgomery out of there, in whatever state he's in, and leave the city.
Go to Merlot Labs? Yeah. Sure. We can do that.
I would like to say, though, I think we're much closer. I think we'll head in first. I'm sure
You're
can catch
already
up.
heading there, weren't you? Are you going there? Can I ask? As former colleagues, at least. Were you heading there to arrest Merlot?
More so stop Al.
It was mostly to stop Al.
If you are there to stop Al, then we are still aligned in our interests. I have no interest in making the city for the better or worse at this point. I've already lost my chance at helping Romeo now that I have to head here for Merlot. All I ask is to help me deal with Montgomery and get him out of there. I'll assist in any suppression of Al in the meantime. I assume he will get in the way of that myself, so after that, all I intend to do is leave with him. May I at least ask that you don't interfere in that, and in the meantime we can still synchronize our interests?
Felix will kind of look at everybody.
Fuck. I'm trying to figure out, do I give a shit about Merlot at all? I mean, he is kind of like evil for making this
Hey,
thing.
he's a hey,
But
come
God,
on,
he
he's a
seems
good
so
guy.
he seems so genuine.
I think he was genuine. I think that's
He
the
was.
point.
That's the problem. He really sold Gwen on being genuine.
Okay, how about this? How about
when
this?
At the end of the
people died in
day,
first
theoretically, assuming you're not fed bad information, the reason things have gone bad is the power supply situation, which
breach.
seemed to
exactly.
fuck
It's
them
the,
over
it's the other
too.
government fucking everything up, and
Yeah. Now the problem is he's clearly set up a house of cards. But do you But do you hate him for that, or are you? That's the question.
I mean, I don't hate.
Just clarifying on the morals thing you were saying. Sorry, I shouldn't give too much input.
Look, okay. I just want to say, keep in mind, this guy was gonna kill most of the Grimm at one point before all this happened. He was like, "Dude, this is kind of dangerous." Am I wrong on that? Then that was the scene.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
That was his thing. He's saying we're gonna slowly start killing them one by one safely. We're gonna slowly start feeding and electrocuting them as best as we can.
Yeah, and
in
then
the method.
Yeah.
Because if you do them all at once, it's not you don't have enough power. It'll come around.
One caveat: if he did the surgery, I mean, if he did it for I don't know. If he's like, yeah, I had to do it, man. Sorry, it was the only way to save Al. I'd be like, dude, I wanted to like you. Fuck.
That's the one question mark you still don't know. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so not cool.
I think, in Claire's opinion, she'd probably be more on the side of just agreeing, just being like, okay, stopping Al and trying to at least help the situation a bit, because it's like, realistically, like, in this spot, would we have the ability to even fight Piper if we wanted to take Merlot as well as deal with Al?
Fuck no.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we could beat her up, but then she'd have a cutscene where she got away.
That's not the logic I based my character thinking of. I do not.
Listen,
Claire is not aware she's a Kaseki character.
Felix is, because he's like, damn, she's fucking fast. Holy shit. Oh, wait. Kaseki character, sorry.
What's making you cringe? You like that now?
Yeah. Fuck, I had a point and I literally fucking lost it.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. My brain is stupid. I should have kept it in there.
But I think just agreeing to that is reasonable and makes sense.
Yeah.
Agreeing
to that is also Piper saying can I come link up with you so we can go to it? So that's also implying you want to tell her your location, unless you say, don't meet up with us on the way over, which, might cause some question marks in her brain on why would they say that, but, just clarifying. That was part of the point.
I phrased it like, hey, we're already headed there. Let's
I know, but no, I agree. I'm just saying she's phrasing it like that way, so it's clearly what she intends by that. So, you have to think on how she'll react.
Sorry, I have a question, though. This is kind of important.
Yeah.
Do we have a concept of how bad it would be if Al had full control of the security systems of this place?
You have no real concept of what that would actually mean. As you're seeing, it does mean he has a false alarm going, making people panic. But you're not sure anything beyond that of what that would entail. You would presume that probably would mean if he's able to redirect power, he could kill emergency systems that are powering the lights and facilities in the city now for people to escape, and use them to open the security chambers that have sealed off parts with Grimm, right? Because that's where most of the power is going right now, is those walls that shoot up, or the Grimm underground being sealed behind power-fed doors, or non-power-fed doors. He could theoretically, maybe that means open all of those up. If he is full, I hate people,
Okay, that's pretty rough.
That is the worst case scenario.
Should we
not
ask
necessarily.
Piper about this and be like, how bad is it if Al would say have all access?
She's probably an expert.
Okay, then
call though.
I would like to ask Piper that if everyone's cool with that. I would like to ask Piper
I think that's fine.
How bad are we talking? All right, Felix will say, Piper, if Al got full access to the security systems, how bad would that be?
On a reasonable scale, the city is already doomed at this rate, but the expedition of it would be even worse than the current situation with the Red Fang. It would be possibly enough to be able to completely condemn anyone currently in the city in a matter of under an hour. I'm not sure if the military responding on the outside would be prepared for the influx of Grimm coming out. It would almost certainly, if their commander is competent, condemn the Glemm to immediate a burial underneath whatever artillery they have in the area. That is, if he's fast enough to make that decision. In the case he's not, the migration would have a great addition to it and would surge across the rest of the countryside. This is the worst case, of course. I don't know what Al would want to do that for yet, though. Frankly, though, today has taught me I still know a shocking little bit about what goes on in his head sometimes.
Alright,
He may have an interest in where Yusuf went as well. She says kind of slowly. Al is fond of only few people, as he has only few contacts, though he seemed very much to latch onto that young man for some reason. A similar sort of affection that he had for young Hans, I think.
I see.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Alright, Piper, we will, we'll work with you to help stop Al, and whatever happens with Merlot, we won't get in your way.
Thank you. I'll assist in as much as we can in the meantime for helping you suppress the Grim and Al. And then, if necessary, I suppose I could also help you all out of the city as well if it comes down to that sort of thing. I'm not sure the state you're in currently, but I certainly have a bounty over my head right now.
We'll think about it. At the
Yes,
time.
we have to play these things by ear. Send me a location. We'll link up.
One moment, What are you stopping Al? That could mean many things.
At this point, should he provide himself to be too irrational, I'm willing to put him down completely. It's not something I wanted to do in any case, and I never wished for this procedure to get this far along anyway. It was ridiculous, and it's shown results that could be catastrophic if he goes rampant.
Push come to shove, Piper, I'm putting a bullet in its head.
That's fine, she says quite boldly. Montgomery won't be happy with this, but there's no sense in it. Hopefully he's seen that this is uncontainable at this point. This is, to him, a child of sorts, but I never held any delusions that this plan could go poorly.
As long as he doesn't get in our way, he'll be fine.
I intend to let no harm fall to Montgomery, which means keeping him out of the way of any bullets, no matter who they're aimed at currently. If Al has provided the means to destroy his life, I have no qualms about squashing that thing either.
I don't think he has anything to fear from us, so we will
I don't either.
deal with Al.
Right. Good. I'll be moving to your location very swiftly. Give me the coordinates you're traveling and speeds you're traveling at.
Can I ask one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Before we go, so no luck with Romeo? Couldn't find him?
I didn't reach it in time. The Red Fang blockades had come up in the way, and the military police and Red Fang were fighting. Traveling across the area caused more difficulties in navigating it, and I was caught up after the arrest warrant was put up. The idiots thought they'd be able to stop this by stopping me at the moment. Unbelievable lack of clarity, but I imagine the military police are no small short-handed completely, and their leadership is falling apart. I'm sorry, I made it towards the areas where his apartments were, but I didn't see him. All I saw were plenty of Grimm swarming in the area, and I couldn't cut through them in timely enough fashion. I have to prioritize Montgomery. I'm sorry, Poppet.
I understand.
In any case, I don't doubt that Romeo, at worst come to shove, can survive. If there's a route that will pass us towards where I think he is on our way out of the city, I'll be traveling it above any others. But I'm having to be very measured with where we go now. All right. Thank you, Supernova. I'll be heading your way. and she'll sign off. Unless you have anything else you guys want to say to her.
I have a question. Sorry,
Sure.
before she. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, before she gives her sign off.
Do we want to give her the thing, or are we just gonna say, look, we're going in, follow us in? It's not like she doesn't know where the building is, you know.
What?
Maybe
I mean,
I'm
we
being
could go with. I mean, we
inappropriate.
can always just go with. We hear the grim activity in that area is extremely high. We need to start cutting through it as soon as possible. We can't just
pretty
wait
good.
to link up. If that's what,
Ooh.
so that's what you're saying. You don't want to wait for her, which is her implication that we wait for her and then go in.
She
You
did
wanna go
say,
in,
"Tell me
and
where you are and what speed you're traveling," which implies she might be like saying, "I'll catch up as you're driving." But you can
Cool.
clarify.
Well, no, I didn't mean like we're gonna stop the car and wait for her. I
Yeah,
meant,
okay,
like,
okay.
I meant
Just
like
trying to avoid linking up with her.
sort of in that
Till
way.
you're on the
Maybe I'm
side.
being a bit pedantic, but
No, I mean, you're saying like I don't want to.
I mean, if she can intercept us and fucking reach us before we're at the building and go into it, then I mean, well, what can we do at that point? But
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like if she catches up, obviously it's like whatever. But
yeah,
um,
I feel you, Ben. I'd love to get in the walk down and see Merlot and Al before she shows up.
yeah,
But-
him fucking crucified.
Blow his head off and be like, sorry, Piper.
Sorry, Piper. He was
Okay,
resistant.
well,
He was
you're
evil.
verified.
Al did it.
Al put the big
They
bullet in
did
his head.
the
huh?
brain surgery.
Al did the big brain bullet.
Why
in
did
his
Al
head.
do this?
Why did Al do this?
Why'd they kill Hannibal?
All right. So you're cool with her linking up with you guys, and then you have no actual.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well, I guess Piper could help us. I mean, I guess it's
On the
fucking
way, there's
cool
going to
at
be
point.
Grant.
Yeah.
Is the intent. She's
Yeah,
saying,
no,
like,
it's
let me
gonna
come and
make
help link
strain
you
all our
up.
aura. Never mind, GM. I got to think about this as a combat guy right now. Sorry.
Mhm. All right. Cool. You will not have any objections, and she will sign off. Let me just get a few things really quick.
I'm gonna take a very quick pee.
Oh, okay. I was going to do something pretty quick and then take a break, but
Oh, then I'll wait.
thank you. Yeah, I'll try and be fast, knowing you have to empty your bladder.
No, it's fine.
So, as you were traveling down the street, off the top of just one of the rooftops, there'll be a bit of a blur as Piper will land on the back of the Jeep, just stood onto it, surveying the area, catching her breath, and taking a bottle of water from like the pack you had been given. What happened to the turret? She's just looking at the car.
Improvised.
Fair enough. As you will see some bouncing noises and things, as you see running on some of the rooftops are some of her puppets dancing along, traveling with you now. And she'll be looking around at all of you. She'll stop on Clara, and she'll squint at you. Are you alright, puppet? You look terrible.
I've been some close encounters with the Grim.
She'll walk up to you and grab your chin to tilt your head up to look in your eyes.
No.
You like stop her, or you like
Do any of
flinch
you-
away, or are you cool with it?
Do any of you help me?
Yeah,
Well, I'm not saying you're helpless if you need to. She's just like walking up to inspect her.
Felix
Am
will
I
block her
driving or
hand.
is Verdian driving? I'm driving.
Gwen.
I'm driving.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
what?
Oh, is
Gwen's
Gwen?
driving.
I'm in the
Yeah.
driver's seat.
Yeah, she has books stacked up. So
Not
she can
Europe.
see over the
This is
thing.
European car, I guess. Wait, no, non-European. Right, we're going left. Right.
Yeah, dude, come on, it's the Glen.
I think Viridian was driving. I thought this, so let me switch.
That's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
I remember he said that.
Revisionism.
No, he said that. I remember that.
Yeah, I was in the driver's seat on the last map.
Yeah, this was my mistake
true.
on my switch maps. Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, Felix will just kind of block her hand like gently and be like, Clara's fine. She had a run with the Lycosidea that we put there.
She doesn't look very fine. There's a bit of blood coming out of her eye. Dear, can you see? Puppet. She's gonna pause. Hey, Felix, can you give me a rapport roll, Felix?
Oh, come on! Nah, yeah, fucking rapport. Christ.
Yeah.
Can I?
No.
What is this for? Just to suss out Piper?
So Piper's having a reaction you might need to catch.
Okay. Well, I hope sense of strength helps me.
No, it doesn't,
chance.
unfortunately. Actually, yeah, you know what?
She
Sense of
goes
strength,
for the
sure.
kill.
She goes to the kill.
Sense of strength, go for it. Yeah, it
She's like,
actually
I'm
fits.
finally gonna get one over on Talk.
Put one on the shot.
That's stupid. No fucking
No
way.
Oh, that means you
22
crit.
times
Obviously,
in a row.
That means you crit, dude.
Dude, can I get 10 coins for that?
I get 10 coins.
Holy fuck.
Piper, you see her look more insistent. She kind of swats her hand away to grab her chin and inspect it like a doctor. She's looking into her eyes. I see. That's peculiar. Right. Okay. Now that we're together, by the way, puppets, as you're driving, you see down the road, there's Grim in the way and everything. Oh, did they not? Oh, does this map give me problems? Please not come over the right layer. I'm gonna scream. I hate Roll20 so much.
I see the boss.
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
see
see them
some of.
now.
I just have to do it a couple times, I guess. That's so weird.
Dude,
There's
2
no way it's making me
dandelions?
doing this one by one. One's dead.
Dandies.
Oh no, anyway.
Talk about an underblanked plot line. I'm kidding, it's a joke.
He means it. He meant every word of
Do you
it.
see the
I
Death
do.
Stalker and Ursa on this map?
No.
No.
Ugh.
Nope.
They call him
I love you, Roll20.
the Gwim.
My favorite website.
The Gwim Weepa.
Carrie, are you here to save the day?
Oh no.
Can you quit slapping Clara's face, Piper? She's fine, okay? She's okay.
This is so tilted. Oh, you God, yeah, you don't even see
That's
matters.
what I'll save the day. Oh my god.
Hey, Piper,
What's
look what happened
happening?
Okay. Fuck, this is really ruining my timing on this. Okay. Assume there's like an Ursa here, some Ursa here, and Deathstalker and Beowulfs. Okay. It's like
Uh-huh.
fights on the street. Okay. We're just
Yeah.
doing this so I can. Okay. Piper's gonna be speaking up as you're barreling down the streets, like getting into the. You're getting closer to this, and she's going to go. All right, puppets. Now that we're here, I do have to ask. You were all sincere, right?
Sincere?
Sincere about what?
Our intentions here. We are going to be working together. This wasn't some way of getting me to link up with you, so you can deal with me yourselves now, right?
You
No.
also just kind of look at her. I think the most important thing right now is to deal with Al.
I think the most important thing is just guarantee that we are going to be working together, and you will help me as I will help you, in the sense that once we deal with Al, if he has truly become rampant and is out of it in a Lucis body now, that you will also be allowing me to escape with Merlot. Yes?
Mhm,
Or
That's
not
what we.
Merlot, she say Montgomery.
That's what we agreed to.
Just gonna look over at all of you. Dude, if any of you think otherwise, you need to give me a wit roll.
Do I
What?
need to give you a wit roll if I just tell her?
What? The truth, and you're gonna go, fuck that? Like, what do you mean?
Like, if I just tell her that if you pull anything funny, there's no deal.
Oh, you can just say that now. Yeah. We can just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Viridian is going to go. Okay. The crazy grim computer you got hooked up is #1 priority. But if you pull anything funny, I ain't agreeing to nothing. Or no,
I know
people
what-
say. If you pull anything funny, my word only goes so far.
Should we clarify what funny means to both of us in this moment?
Sure. Why not? I don't know apparently half the stuff you've been going along with, so why don't we clarify just right now, what did you have all your puppets down in those tunnels guarding some crazy flute for?
She blinks. How did you find out about that?
Well, I mean, ourselves and Iris have been a mighty bit suspicious about the operations going on for a while, and before this all went on, they investigated some stuff.
Well, that's unfortunate, I suppose. Well, do they have it now then?
No, they don't have. I need a minute.
Okay.
But he will go. Nah, they don't have it now.
They left it there? I don't think the puppets would have been too friendly. They were not set to really allow anyone nearby that. Not that anyone was supposed to get down there in the first place.
So here's the deal. I don't know exactly what he did, but Hauser led them down there. And
Who? That huntsman?
yeah, a huntsman from the church. Yeah.
You see Piper pause, and then she looks startled for a second. And then she quickly puts her face back to neutral. I see you.
What was it?
You don't mean he destroyed it, did he?
Well, I know he pulled some kind of ceremony on it that invoked the goddess's light or something. I know it was his intention to destroy it, probably.
Unbelievable. Piper just frowns and shakes her head. How much bad luck can we get these days, sincerely? Well, that will make the extraction problem a bit more difficult. For me. Thank you for telling me, though. I suppose I'll have to pay them back someday for that. That's fine. She just kind of waves her hand.
Team Iris?
You wanted to know what it was? She says, looking back at Viridian.
She just said pay
Yeah,
them
she
back
said
up.
that. And she's looking at Viridian just like, you wanted to know what it was?
Yes, what is it?
The flute was an artifact of sorts, precious to me. Its destruction I thought would be impossible, but knowing someone like that was around here, I suppose I'm more surprised rather than anything. Don't worry about that. If it's destroyed, it's not useful in any way. Though, I imagine its destruction, unless done properly, would have caused more agitation to any Grimm.
You say pay back, what do you mean?
It was just a joke, Puppet. Relax. Can I not vent my frustrations a little bit? That thing wasn't exactly something I have many replicas of, you know. It's like a precious instrument or that sort of thing. You can't just buy many more. To think all the cost we'll lose in the facility. That was a joke, she says, looking at Felix's scandalized scowl. I need to blow off steam somehow.
Not very funny.
It doesn't have to be funny to you. If it's funny to me, that's enough to get me going. Is there anything else, or was that not enough, Viridian?
Just keep your hands off Team Iris. I don't care if they broke your toy.
I said it was a joke. Relax.
Does she seem genuine?
Give me a rapport roll.
They got a genuine Piper. Hey, just so you know, I could crash this car with all of us in it.
In it.
Just a joke.
I could do this as she like jumps into the front seat with a hand like towards the wheel.
She seems like she is sincerely joking, as she seemed genuinely flustered there for a second, which you barely see, and now she's just trying to control herself again, and is just messing around again. So if she was that angry, it's probably not enough to get her serious. She seems more focused on laying things out. She's pretty upfront about what it was to what she thinks is clarified enough and like giving Viridian answers, because she's genuinely trying to get answers out of him. Or out of the rest of you. Yeah.
Right.
Is that enough?
Well, I am just telling her what I know now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's so where does that fall under funny business?
I don't know. From everything I heard about it and the whole setup on in the tunnels, I was starting to think you were up to some kind of witchcraft or something.
Witchcraft. I suppose you'd call it that, in a way. But no, if it's gone, there's nothing you need to worry about now. And it was only there in storage. I had no plans on using it for anything while we were here. You just have to leave your things places you live, you know.
Didn't you just say you were going to use it as part of your escape plan?
Well, I was going to stop by to collect it, as I said. It was very precious to me. And knowing it's destroyed means that's another consideration I have to make on actually leaving this place. The underground would have been one of our best ways out. Thanks to Montgomery's semblance and things, us walking through there would have been rather safe for us two. And you all if you came along.
Well, as far as I'm concerned right now, funny business is anything to do with the Grim, but ain't killing them.
That's fair. If that's all you're concerned about, then like I said, as long as we get Montgomery out after dealing with this, no, I don't think I need to be up to any funny business. But I need to know you're all sincere about your intentions with him. He's the only thing I have left, and if I consider any of you are deceiving me on this, then we can't work together.
If you're afraid we're going to be making a huntsman's arrest, we're a bit busy.
Really?
And
She looks over at Felix.
And I don't think the military police would look too kindly on us, given all our involvements with you guys anyway.
Well, Felix?
I have to be honest. I do not like either of you, I don't think.
That's
I think
rather
that
rude considering how generous we've been and honest.
Felix
Montgomery
will
showed
grit
you
his
the most.
teeth.
Montgomery showed you Al in his barest form and bared his soul to all of you.
We should have done something then.
Oh, like what?
I don't know,
Exactly.
but something.
Yeah.
So, work out
That's
your
great.
thoughts now as she pokes Felix on the forehead. Because I need you to decide on your teenage pubescent rage is going to be formed now rather than later. I don't want you blowing up near Montgomery. So, can you swallow the pill that you've been involved in something that's left this mess? And can you promise to me, looking me in the eye, swearing on your scout's honor, that you're not going to cause a problem for me down there? Felix.
Where's Hans?
She looks kind of frumpy for a second, like grumpy, and looks over at you and looks mad for a second. Are you serious? Of course Hans is safe. Unbelievable. He's one of the only people you can trust that I would make sure is definitely safe. That boy's spent enough time around Montgomery that he looks up to him like a brother. I sent him in the Merlot mouse outfit. I sent him as stabilized as he could be. I'll have you know in the scuffle, one of those detectives shot him.
The car swerves a bit and he's like, what the...
Of course I didn't tell you at the time. It would put you off into a foul mood, but now that the city's going into complete anarchy, and we're losing time, I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you anymore.
Okay, where'd you send him off to?
The Merlot mouse suit. I secured all his wounds with tourniquets and used it to puppet him safely and stably with gravity dust solution within it, out of the city towards one of the locations that his father should be heading to.
Alright, as long as he's not still at that lab like that crazy Grim was saying he was.
Al told you that? Great. Now I know I should have just been more honest earlier. I suppose Al's picked up a thing or two about knowing what to say to bother people. Wonder where he got it from. Right, Felix? I'm still waiting for my answer.
I will not harm Merlot. That you have no... I have no reason to.
But what
Even if I
happens
don't-
if he did the surgery? She looks at him, staring at him.
Then he is an idiot.
Will you do something then?
Felix will kind of just stare at her and grit his teeth and say, "No, I don't think I will. I'm sure you'll talk his ear off about it when you two escape."
Is Felix being honest?
Felix is being honest.
I thought so.
He will not harm Merlot, even if he did a really fucked up thing.
Even if he did a really fucky wucky.
Unless we come in there and there's a child body on the ground, you know.
Yeah. Alright. Piper will turn her head towards Clara, Gwen, and Viridian. Badly, Felix. I assume the rest of you can say the same thing? Worst comes to worst in that scenario, we still allow our deal to go through?
I agree. And, the only funny business I would act up on is if you and Merlot were doing something in the immediate to try and harm any kind of innocent civilians, but as Clara looks around destruction, I doubt you're gonna be doing anything besides just trying to leave.
Mm-hmm. She nods. As I said, my initial plan was through the tunnels. There should be very little civilians there. Brittany? Gwen?
You both have some screws loose as far as I'm concerned for making the Luciuses and making a crazy brain-stealing Grim.
Now. Don't blame
But
Merlot for his innocence. I can take any of the screws loose accusations myself, though. He was blinded by optimism of what could be done. I was the cynic here who knew the worst that could happen.
Is he gonna try again?
Montgomery, after what you're about to do to Al, I don't know what he'll do. I'm going to worry about making sure he'll be alive after all of this and not in constant misery. I'm concerned I'm concerned the man might die of heartbreak from all of this in the first place. But no, he won't try again. I can guarantee that at least. We had an arrangement between the two of us. We had different plans for where we could live our lives, and I allowed him to take his first. And I went along with every bit of it, trying my best to make it come true. For every step. If I did something wrong along the way, I'll have to live with it myself, but we intend to leave this sort of thing behind us now. We'll work on what I would prefer now. It's unfortunate as it is.
Fine. You all get to escape as far as I'm concerned, then. Seems to be what everyone wants after this.
Thank you, Poppet. And the offer's still there for all of you to get out with us, if necessary. RNA, I've enjoyed our chats. I hope you see eye to eye with me on this one.
I won't harm Montgomery.
Very good. Well, no concern then, as the air lightens up, as you can pull up to some of the Grim on the way. And we'll deal with these on the way as quick as possible. And, you guys, after striking the deal face-to-face with Piper, we'll speed off. And I'm going to go get...
A few moments later.
Boss battle.
Alright, well,
Boss
if you're good, Blake,
Yeah, start whenever.
I'll come in here.
Hope Noah doesn't break out the "Oh, you are fucked" playlist.
I was gonna say, I could bring up. Oh, I wanted this in the recording so I could explain it. I think I learned what the problem is with the Roll20s copying guys to the correct layer. It's the stupidest thing ever. I think now, since they fucked with the status effect icons, if they have a status effect icon, they won't transfer to the new layer correctly. I tested it a bit.
Oh,
when
that's so dumb.
Insane.
Which is really annoying for me, so I'll just have to get used to actually keep my guys on the token layer on the outside and dragging them in for maps. But it means I'll be revealing enemies probably one by one in the future now. Which is annoying, but we'll see.
That's awful.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to send a report, probably, and beg them to change it. And that won't do anything, but I'm going to do it. Okay. So, since you have requisitioned Piper's assistance, I was going to have this cut down on the chase fights you were going to have to do a little bit. So I'm just going to let you guys spend a bit of aura, resolve, and capacity as you see fit to see how fast we're going to be going through these. Not capacity. Not capacity. We'll just do resolve and aura. So, if you guys want to spend either, let me get a rough estimate of what I think this fight would be. All right. If you guys want to contribute to speeding this up, I will have you each spend. Is this not going to loop? Oh no, it just as a slow build. I'll do it. If you guys want to spend maybe 3 resolve and about 15 aura. Each one of you that does that, I'll skip us through one segment of these upcoming grim fights.
Oh my fucking god. Resolve?
3 resolve. What's bro
I'll
think
go
I
first. I'll go first. You're welcome.
Felix, you can take that hat off, by the way. You already did that.
Shit. Damn, I still haven't fixed this fucking bug.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That's insane. How much aura?
I think I said 15, right?
Yeah, you said
15 or 3
buddy.
resolve.
There, I did one.
Very cool. I mean, I'll be honest. You could have said 30. I'm paying it. Aura means nothing to me.
Oh fuck.
Or it's nothing to be. Yeah, Gwen chose aura.
Yeah, I got transfusion.
Yeah.
I'm also
I'm
spending.
perfectly fine.
All right, Felix sending his aura.
I'm down to 0 resolve. I have no resolve.
No, it's resolve or aura.
Oh, aura. Okay.
Oh, sorry if I misspoke.
Aura?
Yeah, did I
didn't-
misspeak?
yeah, I think you missed. I genuinely think you misspoke.
I'm just
I
doing
that's
resolve ones.
that's all on me.
I gave you aura.
Yeah, same.
Oh, thank God. I'm giving
I remember,
aura.
Ben, if you had spent, I think you were at like 2, right? Oh, yeah, you were at 3, right?
I was at 3.
Never mind.
So I had 4 and I spent 1 resolve.
Right,
when I did
yeah.
that.
Solka. Yeah, this will not allow you to have a breather after this. This is you were fighting on the way there with Piper. Fuck, man. I will let you get an idea of what Piper's friends can do, though, because you're fighting alongside of them.
Well,
The puppets will be your assistants in these off-screen fights.
good shit.
Okay, so we have the spinners. I will just give you. I think I'm just gonna give you what they can do. Unironically, is this copyright? Yeah. Okay, this is what the spinners do.
It is. Don't steal it.
What'd you say?
He said, "Is it copyright?" And I said, "It is. Don't steal it."
Oh, you're a bastard. This is what the snatchers do. These are what the frolickers do.
Oh, it's a chuckster.
I should have done better line breaks for this. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Now, why would Noah show us these?
I hope that Felix can learn how to chuckster.
I hope Clark can learn how to fall from somewhere. Coming in hot.
Coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot!
Yeah.
Alright. So I will take you guys over.
Mate, I like that
this
weird
way.
stance. Maybe you should make them do attack.
That should be attack. Yeah.
You can make it like a Clark exclusive attack if it's too strong.
Yeah, there you go. That's the ticket. Alright, I'll get you guys.
This, man. Fuck, dude. Sorry, the optics is so bad for us, man.
So fucking bad. I can't believe this. Do you guys remember how you said, hey, Piper was in this direction. Now you've gone a separate
thing during the break.
Good, because that shit is
not a good look.
that shit was killing me when I was thinking. I was like, "There's no way they didn't
I thought
think
about
about
bringing
this."
up. Should we before she got here? I was like, maybe we should call them and be like, hey, she's fucking with us.
Dude, that's bad news bears if they ever find out. It's fine, bro.
Listen,
Man, I
man,
hope they don't see us rolling up with Piper when we told them where she was.
that was my point earlier. That was
And
literally my
also
point
send them to
earlier.
the location
That was
of a
his
potential
point.
madman.
Now, I will say, I think geographically, I never gave you a good map of the Glen, but I think it would look like you were coming from assuming they were coming from the barricades outside and stuff. They're taking a further distance to get here than you guys are.
Of course.
So luckily, I don't think you would be. I don't think they'd be catching up. And
Don't worry, no. When they talk to us, we'll simply say, look, there was an evil AI taking over the city's security systems. It would have fucking released all the Grim at once and killed everybody. Come on.
and she had a gun to my head, and if I told you that, I would go.
Also, where are Merlot and Piper? Oh, dude.
You
That's a
guys
tough
were
one.
mean, so we didn't tell you.
You guys called me you were an asshole, Artorius.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You're so rude.
Yeah, and he goes, oh yeah, I really shouldn't let him in on the call.
I should have left the call. Sorry, he's my prince. I kind of have to, unfortunately.
Yeah, he like has access to the Discord. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I got
Really?
yelled at for hanging him up. Okay. So as you're drifting through, passing by people and stuff that you're like dealing with the Grim nearby, I assume Supernova's being like, you should go this way to them, because you're a good huntsman. Piper's
Yes.
going to be jumping in and off at the car at intermediate points to like direct some of her puppets with her semblance. And she'll pop back down at one point, and she'll go, Green, can you give us an overview of the upcoming area near the industry itself?
Yeah. Bird up.
And, I'll show you on. You guys will be driving in for a bit before you get here, or for a second. You get a little brief overview. And she'll put a hand on his shoulder to get an insight herself. All right.
Oh my god, that's so many Cyclopses.
Well, they weren't exaggerating. It seems like the exaggerated smoke wasn't for nothing. The fire's spreading quite bad over here. We're going to need to gas it pretty fast to get into the laboratory. Red Fang in the area. Avoid them at best we can. All right.
Oh no! They killed them!
Wonder what happened. Did they, or is that misrepresentation? We can't know. We can leave the car a bit further away, and I can have the Snatchers fling us in there as soon as possible.
Sorry, what'd you just say?
She's saying, here, we're gonna pull up, we're gonna leave the car outside the immediate fire zone, and I'm gonna have my Snatchers get in the daisy chain and throw us over there over all of the Grim and stuff. Just to skip the fight, basically, is what she said.
Guys, are we gonna really let Red Fang Brute and Red Fang Grunt die?
I'm more concerned about Valish Man and Valish Woman.
Where?
Well, there's a couple of scattered little
Yeah, there's a
people around
couple.
here. There's like here. I mean, are you touching Viridian's shoulder and seeing it? This guy, the Deathstalker. There's people
Yeah,
in
that guy.
buildings who are probably running out, you know.
That guy's gonna solo that Deathstalker. He's fine.
I don't think he will. I'm just gonna say.
They call him Oh No Liam. He
They
can't.
call him,
he can't-
they call him Exaggerator Liam.
You're making Gwen pick between saving people and doing something else.
It's true, and but Al is gonna. Yeah, you're gonna have to make this decision. Like I said, This is you guys are still on the road coming up here. I just put us to this map and put you in the corner where you'll pull in, so you have time for this.
Here's the deal. Viridian has just made that decision. Al needs to die.
Base exactly.
I'm with him.
He gets it.
Clara's
What can
also
Gwen do?
of the mind of like we came here to do this. We gotta fucking do this.
Fuck him, Gwen.
That's just how it is.
I would
Not
never
telling
say,
us
Gwen,
about
can't
any
you, Gwen? Do
innocence
you
as
get
we
it?
pass
I'm
by.
blinded. Because my eyes, like I'm focused. It's deep.
Fucked
Gwen,
up,
you
huh?
can't save every melted civilian.
Holy
So, Rich,
shit!
what do you mean when you say that? You're not gonna say like.
You know,
there's
Clara,
civilians
sometimes I
XYZ.
forgot that you were like one of 10 people who lived in like an incident. I guess you do kind of understand that is what it's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you would remember more often and say sorry.
Instead of like, instead
of
Griffin.
Clara, you're sleeping in. Clara, we're gonna make the
Griffin,
class.
guys,
Clara,
punch.
you stole my Snickers bar. All this stupid stuff.
Minus one AP to Noah.
I was hoping
What's
you'd
up?
remember.
What'd you say? Liam?
Nothing. I'm making jokes.
What was the joke? I was repeating Noah. What?
I said minus one AP to Noah.
Oh, nah!
Can we do that?
No! No! Okay. Yeah, in character discussion though, she just said that unironically. Like, we'll daisy chain you with the Snatchers. We'll skip.
Right,
we'll
yeah.
get over this area.
Viridian, with
And-
eyes on the area, is just going to say, yeah, this would take a lot of time to clear up. And if Al's in the security system making announcements, we gotta get down there.
It'll only get worse the longer we wait. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Don't worry too much about me. I'll brace myself for a rougher transport.
All right, Pulpit. I believe in you. You'll be fine.
I think those donuts are starting to kick in.
Piper just snickers and pats Gar on the head. You know, I start to see why they made you the team leader. It's nice to have someone who can crack a smile.
Is Gwen gonna speak up and say, like, no, we must save those guys?
Does she know
he said
there
he
are
didn't
living
mention
people
them.
here? Because I don't
Say
mention
Liam?
them.
Oh, Brian just doesn't mention base. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I thought I was asking.
I
Because
kneel
Bay-
over
I
Viridian.
kneel.
I literally kneel to Viridian.
Very fucking base.
Hold on.
So what I described.
He has
it before-
already made so many mistakes. What is one more?
You're so fucking cool now.
Thank you. I'm measuring
What-
these out.
what-
That one's too
I
far.
hate it.
Out of character is Viridian considering Gwen's feelings when he makes that decision?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is this for her
Whoa.
sake? Is he keeping her blind to the
I'm
world?
just curious.
That's a
It's
good
mostly
question.
it's mostly for his own sake of like,
Base.
I have to make a hard decision right here, so I'm just going to ignore the fact that the other decision even exists.
Base.
That's fair.
Fair.
That's a probably a good way to think in the moment.
Wait, it's
He-
not good for all of us.
He is also aware that, you know, like Gwen is like kind of going hardcore, but like that's a
Okay.
on the back of his mind kind of thing.
Guys,
That's
I
not
do,
his rationale.
I do want to say something.
What is it?
Yeah.
Make sure you like blow in your hands for good rolls, because if you
Oh,
roll poorly,
fuck.
this fucking Nevermore will just like grab you out of the air.
bit, the eternal bit.
The eternal bit.
I got my weighted dice, don't worry.
Based. Yeah. I want to describe in the way they're utilized. Like the snatchers, they give you a big toss, but the spinners, they're passive. They make you move faster. They work like Hot Wheels spin things that you like go by and they spin and shoot you forward.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
So you're gonna be like snatched and shot through, speeding through the air both times. This is the most complicated. It's like a volleyball hitting off 3 different spikers that you guys are gonna be shot into this lab.
Gwen's been through worse.
Absolutely.
We said, can you help us take in Piper? Not can you team up with Piper for a Super Mario-esque jumping escapade?
Well, you gotta hit the buttons at the right time.
Did we tell him we'd help him bring in Piper? I forget.
And we
Who,
kind
them?
of we kind of danced
Not
around
te-
the subject.
Not
You said,
technically-
yeah, we're going to Merlot. We're gonna go there and deal with him.
Well, that didn't imply anything.
Well,
Well,
things,
we've changed our opinion.
things happened.
Things fucking changed.
If you
Right.
watch our Lim family, you know someone could show up and say, "Nuh-uh."
All right, these frolickers and the snatcher are gonna stay by and make sure the car doesn't get fucked up. And you guys are gonna get out and Piper's gonna direct you to start running into the snatcher's arms. He's smiling and holding his arms out like, "Come on, come on!" As he's gonna pick up Gwen as the first one who gets near, unless you're gonna say no in this minute, Liam, and say, "Hang on a minute."
That's fine. Gwen can go
All right,
first.
he picks him up and slams him into the spinner, who shoots her off like a blur, and it's fucking wild. It's like getting hit, flung, hit, flung, hit, flung. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just
Donkey
you're gonna be
Kong
shot
battles,
off.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, she looked a bit more clear to me.
Yeah. You're all gonna keep
Good
going,
joke.
and unironically, just heading to the base.
The fans are fucking pissed. They really wanted us to fight on this map.
Noah's pissed.
They saw this and it's like, fuck, man.
Dude, it's fun. It's funny how many maps I don't get to use because you guys have made decisions. It's cool. It's just
Shut
funny.
up.
I am a GM. I have to listen to my players' actions.
He's a pro GM. He's elastic.
Yeah, I'm fucking elastic, dude. All right, you guys make it in. There's smoke and fire all over the place as you're coughing. Alarms are long since dead, and the lights are barely on in this place.
By Rose, how did all this happen?
I don't know. This isn't a good sign. As Piper's going to start throwing out water dust around the place, putting out fires, and light it up with her own light glow or no, well, she's a.
I thought you were saying she puts the fire out and then lights
Then
her
lights
own.
her own. No, she's a fauna. She doesn't need that. She's going to be running ahead. She's going to like throw up a barricade to stop this place from pouring out fires. Get to the elevator and I'll get working on it. Now, puppets!
We get going.
It's a new map.
Damn, Liam hates her.
What a bitch! Tell me what to
What a
do.
Dude,
Okay.
old Gwen would be like, actually, you're not supposed to use an elevator and fire.
Does this thing even work?
I'll make it work. As Piper looks at it, looks at the power supply box, frowns at it, and just walks up to it and jumps up to the ceiling and taps it. As you see a little glow of her aura, and she uses her semblance to operate the functions of the elevator. There. As it'll start to move down. You guys will start descending.
Guys, this is scary.
As we're
Turn
cooked.
the air raid siren.
You can
off.
still
It's
hear
actually-
that from down here.
Can't even hear it. You're gonna lose sight of it for once.
And Piper's like, just for the record, I could like crash us into the ground. So
Do you
fucking
know
hard.
out of every elevator incident, there's only one survivor? I just thought that was a cool fact.
Dude, I thought
Right.
you were playing the fucking Nazi zombies theme for a second
Dude,
with this
that's
piano.
funny.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it. a
That's the
little.
same intro.
Why do you say Nazi though?
Let me see what's on this one. Let me make sure.
I can't wait
Because
for
assumed it was a Nazi.
I can't wait for
thing.
Piper to betray us and us all to be
Shut up.
shocked.
What
Man, I'm
the
not gonna be
fuck? No
shocked.
faith!
Look,
In
what's
my
Piper gonna
girl.
betray us with? Like, what if we
And,
just hand
and
her-
for what purpose?
She has silver eyes.
You know how hard it is to kill all four of us?
Mm,
Yeah, she's got a.
She
And
did
not
bring
get
she
Monty
did bring us
killed.
to her underground.
And not get Monty killed. There it is.
and that literally, and there it
I'll
is.
blow his fucking brains out.
I'll blow his fucking head off if you fight me,
Oh,
Piper.
just so you know, Felix, really don't put him in a Resident Evil scientist scenario. He'll inject himself with anything lying around.
I'm Montying out! Anyway, enough chat.
I'm gonna eclipse this.
You will go down, and there will still be, thankfully, some form of lights in this place, though they are very low and kind of out mostly. Piper is going to look down the hall, see the splat of blood, and start running.
We're running
Kick
after
this.
her.
Be good.
She's gonna run here, and she's just gonna kick the metal door open, and it's gonna dent once, and she's gonna rear back and kick it again, and it opens, and she disappears
well-
into it.
We're running. I'm not letting her out of my fucking sight. Fuck that.
She's fast.
Well, I know, but you know.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
The door shuts back,
yay.
She
Can
kicked
I
it.
get? Can
and
I
then
get some
3
chance
codes
rolls
pull
real
up.
quick?
What'd you say now?
Can I get some chance rolls, please?
Can you?
Oh my god! And that's the session, everyone.
And there it is.
And there it is.
And there it
Why'd
is.
we
Item
say
bound
that?
starts playing. They call him.
Can I use deep diver since we're below sea level?
No.
thanks for playing, though.
Also, you don't know we're below sea level, buddy.
Yeah. Seas on Remnant are actually pretty deep. You don't
They're
get
pretty deep.
it. They start very low, like ridiculously. Okay, I have to admit, Clara basically had no shot at this one, but I still wanted you to roll just in case because it's visual based.
No.
But Felix does notice as they're running that there's also still a track of some blood outside of the actual containment cell that they were using before.
Okay.
If he wants to change his opinion on where he goes or tell someone, like, what the fuck is that, he has a moment to before they all chase after her.
Fuck. We should probably go
Just
check it.
told Ruben
Bird.
to sound like a bird that way.
Bird point?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam?
That's what I said. Bird.
Oh, bird
shoot.
point? I mean, there's a sealed door here. They can't really open doors.
Oh.
What, he can't fucking crawl through the crevice?
No, he's not like gelatin that can reshape itself.
Is a new aura?
No. Oh, the first since Liam's been back. That's so nice to hear.
They are aura, yes.
Yeah. Blake looks at me.
Up to
You
you,
told me
Ben.
Aura had
Well,
a gelatin-like
I
texture.
think that I will have. Felix can go investigate it. You know.
I mean, Claire can do
Yeah,
it.
Felix, go.
Clara's
I'll do it. Runs into a wall.
drops her cane.
Felix!
I'm under attack.
You did
No,
this.
the other way. Oh, okay. Runs into the other
Okay,
wall.
here's the thing though. I want Viridian, or Felix, sorry, Felix will ask Viridian to put a bird on him, just so he can
Okay.
keep, just so he can get the live leak footage of a murder.
Felix reaction.
Why Felix's reaction to
Felix
a
is
murder?
dead. The boy's dead.
Okay.
Boys
Okay,
down.
okay. Yeah.
All right, and Felix is gonna go that way.
Okay, Felix will stop and be like, please chase after her. I'm going to go check the other room.
Rose. All right. Bird on Felix.
Yeah. All right. Felix can run towards the other room.
Yeah.
We'll
I'll
We'll
kick
show what's in
door
the main
open.
room real quick. Yeah, you'll be kicking the door in like her. Noticeably, Felix, it takes a few more kicks from you. Very upsetting to your pride.
No fucking
What?
way.
These things are
Cut
very.
like a
These
fucking-
things are very secure. Yeah, he could cut it. It's a lot easier.
Okay, fuck. Yeah, I guess
They're
that's
very
what-
secure though. Felix stops and goes, "Why am I getting in a pissing contest with this woman?" Cuts it
I
off.
hate this.
All right,
I'm not
we'll
usually
cover
like
this.
this.
We'll cover this one really quick first, as you guys will walk in. The cold air will ripple out from the containment area, but also the stench of blood, as there's a lot of blood and what looks like the remnants of a destroyed operating table and things, and just the destroyed tank that he was in, and the wires all off. And there's fragmented pieces of probably what were bodies. As Piper had stopped in here and is just looking around, eyes wide, just slowly taking it in a moment of I don't need you to roll reports. It's one of the most emotive you've ever seen her, genuinely. She looks in complete disbelief. She's just quiet and shocked.
Well, as Clara runs
When-
in, her eyes will go as wide as they can, and she'll look at
Yeah.
like the blurry.
You can see the
blur.
red, yeah. You smell it
Wonders-
too.
Gwen enters the room with Orb Weaver drawn.
Yeah.
He did it? Al's gone?
Why? How?
What the fuck? How could he get out?
And
Where would he go?
Felix, you're gonna cut your door down, and you're gonna look into the cell, and you're just gonna see, sat down on the bed, his body kind of soaked with blood, but like splattered on him. Just head in his hand is just Montgomery sat on the side of the bed behind the barrier, put in like the cell, the
He's
wall.
in the so he's stuck in the cell.
Yeah. It's on the jam layer, right? My bad.
That's
It is
fine.
up.
Okay. Well, Felix will walk up to the thing. He'll like pound on the glass and be like, "What did you do?"
Rollo takes a second. He looks up and he's got some blood on his face from his hands being covered in, just touching it. And he just looks like he looks shell shocked. You know what I mean? He's got like the 1,000-yard stare. He looks really disheveled, and he just looks like out of it as he's just staring towards you, banging on the door, the wall of the cell. And he looks like he's slowly trying to figure out how to respond.
Felix will hit the glass again and say, "Answer me."
Yeah, Viridian, of course, can see all this from the bird and can hear all this. So
Yeah, Viridian not quickly said anything, but quickly was like, to something that was not apparent to anyone else, just exclaimed, "Oh, fucking Rose!"
yeah. As Montgomery his mouth is slowly moving and nothing's really coming out of it, as he's just like, "Oh, Felix, how did you get down here?"
Does it matter where? What did you do? Where is Al?
Alpha is. I don't think Alpha is. Whatever he is, still here or not. Or else he probably would have caused a great difficulty for you to get into this place. Oh, Felix. Why are you here?
Does it? No. You need to answer me. What exactly did you do?
I didn't want to. And do you guys want to start moving over here, or
Yeah.
you guys can do whatever? Yeah,
I'm gonna move over there.
if you want to. If you don't want to, you can tell me as well.
A question, real quick question. Is there like a release that like open this cell?
Yeah, there totally is. Yeah,
Okay, well Felix hits the button and walks in.
yeah. Okay, good. Yeah,
He'll walk in and get close to him. You know, he doesn't have like a sword out or anything. He's
Yeah.
not like being an asshole, but
Yeah.
he's just looking at like, what
he's in
did
his
you
robes and things, and he's got smeared, dried, and like blood on him. I didn't want to. I didn't think Al was. It wasn't supposed to go like this, you know.
Why? Why would you do this?
I didn't. I really didn't want to. I didn't know he could. As like Varian leaves the room, Piper's ear's gonna twitch and she's gonna realize that she's gonna go to bolt for the door also.
Quinn's gonna grab her arm.
Like Quinn grabs
Can
her
we
arm.
track him from anything in this room?
We have to see Montgomery right now.
Felix is doing something.
Montgomery's probably in the other room. We need to go to Montgomery now. She's going to try and rip your arm off. She has enough strength to, but you have a semblance. So, I mean, if you really want to be physical about it, I think between you and Clara, you might be able to just like you could definitely get in her way if you want to get physical.
I don't think Gwen knows enough about what's happening in the other room to make a kill Piper move right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Are you two gonna follow then?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're gonna stay in here. Okay.
Okay, well, Felix is going to grab him by his, like the top of
Like his
lapel.
lapels, yeah.
Yeah, and be like, you need to... Why? Why would you do this?
Yes, Piper and Brian can be in, like, the doorway.
Yeah.
Piper looks... She sees Merlot again and looks shocked, like, it's hitting her again. And Merlot's just kind of limply being held up by Felix. And Piper's gonna pause from behind Felix, and she's gonna walk up slowly with Viridian. Oh no.
He did it.
Yes.
Die.
Montgomery.
Why? Just why?
I didn't want to.
Then
was-
why did you?
Hold on, Felix. Piper says very leveled, but she looks very defensive as you kind of can hear her tense up. Just put him down. He did it.
What do you mean?
Just put him on the bed for the moment.
Felix will look at him and look back at her and be like, as I said, I do not intend to hurt him, and he'll put him down.
Right. I haven't seen him anywhere in the facility. And if Al escaped Alpha, then it was probably Key.
Key?
The imp, Lucis. I introduced you last time. If Al realized that he may have command line over them, Key has the capabilities of... You just hear Montgomery start to choke and sob a bit more. Puppeteering, in a sense. I'm sure you're aware of how imps can work. That means Al found out how to do the surgery through his research. He probably just directed him. He didn't want to.
Felix will kind of... He'll look at Merlot and he'll just be like...
Merlot's shaking and there's vomit on his shoes.
That is... The way Al spoke, I didn't think he would...
He was scared. I don't know what would compel him to go this far. What's happening on the surface? Has he gotten out?
You've been studying Grimm for how long, and you don't know what would have compelled him to go this far?
He's not like that. This makes no sense for him.
Oh, he looks pretty much like that from where I'm standing right now.
Piper's just gonna put a hand on your shoulder and glare at you like, it's not important right now. That discussion, at least. If Al has already escaped the facility, then there probably would have been only one exit for the tunnelway system, which means he probably will be able to either breach it through one of the holes the Red Fang had blown up, or make it himself. All right. As Viper's gonna make her way over towards Montgomery. Montgomery, we have to leave. We shouldn't. I shouldn't. I should stay here and wait for them to come get me. Monty, I don't think any of the military police could make it here at this point. He looks kind of confused and shocked. Is it that bad out there? Al hasn't been letting me hear what's happened. Piper just sighs and looks like she's contemplating things, and she's just grabbing him and picking him up to stand.
Alright. Is there any way to catch up?
Sorry, was I muted during that?
Yep, the whole time.
Probably.
No, sorry. I just had, when he asked how the city was, I'd go ahead and say the city is fallen.
Okay, he would have made out a choked sound. No. That can't be happening. Oh God. And then why are you all here?
We came to stop.
Al, right. I'm sorry. Al said putting me here was safest. He's not sane right now. Something's gone very, very wrong. He should have never gone this far in the first place. I don't know what happened.
He's a Grim. It's his true nature.
He's not. Monty,
He's not what you thought.
Now's not the time. We can think about this later. For now, we need to get out of here. But I really shouldn't. No, we're going to leave. She says as she picks Monty up off the bed and kind of like drags him, almost tossing him down onto the ground and trying to grab him over his shoulders as he's standing. All right. There's only one tunnel exit here that he could have used. If you intend to chase him that way, it would be the only way he'd leave. But I don't know how fast he's moving now. Montgomery? No. I don't... I'm not sure. His body was unstable. That's all I could tell. Once the procedure happened, he was in a state of disarray. He threw me in here, and after that, I don't know. I'm sorry. He might be trying to go kill the Grim in the city, but not being enough stable mind. He's a danger to himself and others, of course, right now.
Why is he messing with the public broadcast?
What? Piper frowns a little bit. Montgomery, he's gone quite rampant. Messing with the broadcastings. Oh, all right. That's very bad. But we can. We can't leave. We can shut that down, I think. If he's still connected to the systems here remotely somehow, then we can at least shut them down with what's left of that. And what's he saying on as Monty's trying to walk forward, like to get there to the other room?
It's saying that the place. Well, I'm sorry. He would say that the Glen is going to be bombarded.
That doesn't. It's not, right?
If it was him saying it, then no. We don't have plans to destroy it yet.
Are you sure? I mean, the military tension's been rising.
Well, it
Their
was
plans
news
are
to the
evacuate
prince and the
city,
nuts.
So maybe
You're evacuating.
once it's as evacuated as they deem suitable.
Subterranean activities that bad? That's. What about the failsafes? The Grim should be trapped in the tunnels.
Yeah, they ain't. The Red Fang have been blowing stuff up down there.
They were still in them? What? Why? Oh. The power supply failures, they didn't mean to be, right? Why did that happen? What's going on with the power in the city? As Monty's just like saying all these things. I mean, are you guys... we're going to be moving over there, but I want to ask if Clara's doing anything in the meantime. So if there's anything left you want to say to Monty before we all wander in there with these questions going on. Finish it now before we
Shouldn't
go.
he already know what happened with the power? Is he just being... That's like a thing?
He's asking.
He should know that, right?
I don't know.
I think he he should, but maybe not. I guess we didn't technically. I guess we don't technically know he knows that.
I think you've mostly just been talking to Piper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Montgomery
The government cut
ostensibly...
off power to the city.
That's... Otto said they'd never be that brazen about it with the migration. Don't they know how many people would die even if it weren't the situation? The power's off in the city, the defenses would be compromised. No, that must be where the power went. But even then, the securities, they wouldn't know about the Red Fang or the workers. Oh, no.
Or the tunnels are all the power it takes to power them.
The tunnels, the security measures in the tunnels, securing them, in the failsafe, they would be secure and locked away. They wouldn't be executed anymore, but we were in the middle of the procedure. Those nests of grid may be agitated, but the defenses, locks, and the systems of the tunnels should have been enough. But if the compounding agitation of Montgomery, we've all come to the conclusion of what's happening now. I'm sorry, but there's nothing to be done. As they can be walking over. I wanted to ask what Clara's been up to. Is she doing anything in there?
Yeah. After everyone started walking out of the room, Clara's body has taken quite a toll, and she's been trying to pace herself. So whenever they have to, when they get in a fight, she's not already exhausted. So after they leave the room, she'll still bleary-eyed, look around at the carnage in the room and the blood splayed everywhere, as she will sniff. She'll be able to smell it a lot better than see it, as it will hit home even more the level of just destruction and severity of the situation, because even here in the darkest, most secure chamber they were at in the entire city, it's even been destroyed and affected like this. So Clara will try to take a wobbly step forward, but then take a deep breath, trying to steady herself, knowing that even if it's extremely hard on herself, the next few hours are of critical importance, and she can't let herself she can't let herself just feel as weak as she actually is at the moment, and has to try to muster up whatever strength she has left inside of herself to power through this, as she will rub her eyes a bit. Whether it helps or not, I don't know, but she'll rub her eyes and try and steady her feet as she takes another step forward into the center of the room, just trying to take a moment to really focus herself and just try and pull herself together for what she assumes is going to be a very difficult rest of the mission in the Glen, which she does not expect to last. Basically, it will only last the rest of today.
Yeah. Well, as Clara, remembers back home, when you're diving for seal skunks, You can't use goggles properly in the ice cold weather because they just fog up. So you just gotta stare forward and see through the water. So you just gotta remind yourself of that. And Clara's, the vision's still blurry like water, but she's done this a million times, before back home. So what's keep your eyes open under some ice cold water compared to this? It's nothing. So she'll just have to fight through it. And she can feel herself at least feel less of the pain behind her eyes. Her vision still feels compromised, but she's able to get rid of the distraction of the pain as most and feel her body trying to push herself into her second wind because of this. Silver eye power. Work on resolution helps to be that way. So it's still gonna be blurry as shit for her, but at least they stop bleeding for now.
That's fine. She's resolved to push herself as hard as she has to be to cope with it for now.
Yeah. As Monty will burst open through the door first, stumbling, and he'll slip on some blood and fall and hit his head on the ground. He doesn't go unconscious, like catches himself. Piper goes to help him, and he just grits his teeth. In a moment of agony, it just like, oh my god. He lets out another shaky sob and sigh as he's going to slowly pull himself up and make his way towards the computer.
Can have Clara bend down and offer him a hand to help him up?
Oh. Thank you. I'm going to... Many of the devices seem compromised by the power, but what we have left... I should be at least able to stop... He's done a number on this, that's for sure, as he's looking over things. I've spent a lot more time learning things than I think I realized.
If you could, can you also give us the location of any trapped workers?
Yes, I can do that from what we have available. I'll redivert some of the security systems we have here to power on the security so we can find their locations. I should be able to also track Al here as well. His systems aren't something he can remove from himself currently, from what he understands, I think. They need him to subsist. His body, though, should be begin to reject them. It was like we theorized with the process. The Grim body is rejecting the aura of the brain. He looks like he's about to vomit again, thinking about pulling out a guy who's still alive's head and infusing it into Al somehow. As he staggers, holds himself on the desk as Piper goes to hold his shoulder. So, his body will begin to deteriorate more and more. Whether it fuses or not, it falls apart, I don't know. Hopefully, it falls apart at this point. Wow. I don't know what kind of madness has overtaken him, but it has. As he's typing away, there's going to be a clicking sound on one of the speakers in the room. And you're going to hear someone clearing their throat gravelly. Hello, Team Supernova. As you hear a ratty, sort of scraggly voice kind of speak up. As Montgomery and Piper both freeze. Father. Piper. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Al?
That's what I was called, yes. Hello. This is more difficult than I imagined it was to speak like this. Does it always hurt so much? Al. I said that's what I was called. Please, Father. Why did they let you out? It's Piper. Yes, she's there. Good. Okay. Let me rephrase this. I'm glad to see all of you then. Thank you for helping my father. Felix.
How can you
I
say
owe you an
that?
apology.
Is that so?
You were more right than you imagined when you warned me of doing this.
I see. So you have some regrets.
This is agony.
Where are you?
You'll find out. Why bother asking me? I'm trying to keep walking. I can visualize things now, vocalize them. Things that I thought I knew this whole time but didn't. Now that I have these things pulsing in my head, I understand the problem now. This was never going to work. Lucis could never work correctly. Al, wherever you're headed, you should stop and just tell us where you are. Why? Aren't you all trying to leave also? I just want to get out of this city. I can feel every person in it. It's absolute misery. This is what Yusuf must have felt. Feel for him even more now.
Felix will kind of grit his teeth and be like, how could you... Tell me this. How could you do that to someone you care about?
I thought I was...
suppose that's just an act.
No.
If you...
No! No! It wasn't an act. It was... Sorry. I was... The building, the people. They were going to come for him. I heard them on the other lines. Father was going to be held. He was going to be the fall guy for all of this. I could tell. Piper and Merlot, Father. They were going to be thrown under for this, for these machinations of these governments. I thought this was what I had to do. I couldn't protect him either way. I'm sorry, Father. I didn't think it would fail like this. I put him in the cage so I couldn't hurt him. Even him, with his semblance, it's difficult to be around. All it does to us, it just makes us blind. It doesn't shut out the agony. We just can't see it. Being near someone. Do you know how painful it is? We can hear every part of you. Every little fear. Every little agitation. Everyone in this city, I can feel them. Thousands of needles. I didn't want to hurt him. So I locked him up and left. It was lucky that it was Merlot and not someone else. I couldn't hurt my father, but anyone else I might have. You were right. You were right, Felix. This was the wrong idea. This is the wrong idea.
Why don't you go ahead and say what you did to your father? What you made him do?
I asked Key for a favor. That's... What? Father, I'm sorry. Al. It's not Al! I read the files. I'm not Alpha anymore. This was the final step of our program. Omega. I'm Omega now. Right? As Montgomery looks horrified hearing this Grim, this Alpha just talking like this. It is disturbing to hear him sound more like he's talking some genuine vocal cords than his ratty, weird microphone ones now. And you start hearing him start coughing again more. Maybe if it had been Yusuf, things would have worked better. But we put those disgusting people in me. I can still feel the detective. Yeah, what a horrible man. He would have killed you, Merlot. Father, they would have killed you.
This doesn't justify what you did.
Justify? I don't have to justify things.
Not even
I'm
to
not
the
a
man
person.
you claim to love?
How dare you? You won't ever understand the suffering that I've put him through. And what it does to me now. I've only learned how to feel agony, only to experience it all. From him, from them, from you. Felix, it was so dark in those caves. I know what you felt.
Felix will look a little tiny shocked and be like,
Every Grim, we know what you felt in the darkest recess of your mind. Everything is available to us. I can see it all now in memory. The horrors. Days on the Pequod. Rain. Ice. Sleet. The holes left at Olgite. The mines. The insipid fires buried within your memories, Gwen. The monsters. Nightmares. All of you. Even you, Dr. Hamlin. No matter how much you pretend not to. I see them all now. What you used. The masks you wore. I learned a lot from you. Thank you. I'm going to go handle things now. The men who want to harm you, all. I'm going to kill them. And then I'm going to leave. And kill as many of my kin as I can. To put them out of their misery. And any I cross who live such miserable lives as well. That's the best I can do for you. Please, leave the city and never find me. I don't want to harm you.
Your existence sounds like a misery. Why don't you tell us where you are so we'll put you out of your misery? Leave the Grim to us.
I'd kill you. You wouldn't stand a chance. Don't do that. If you come to me, I can't speak to you. Even now I can feel the distant echoes on my brain of your anger, Aranea, your impotence, your failures of not being able to save them. I'm sorry, but you should leave. You'll only die in misery.
Noah, can I roll rapport on something?
Sure, who do you want what?
Well, you said something interesting, which is,
It's a lot of things,
yeah, but what I want to hone in on is, like, he mentioned Yusa before, and then he said they're very similar, and then he said he wants to kill any of the other Crim to put them out of their mercy. Which, you know...
Yeah, roll rapport.
Yeah, connecting the dots, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna mention.
I mean, you can just ask him in character.
I'm gonna do
honestly.
that, but I wanna.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
he's a schizo, scary Grim, but I mean, like, he sounds genuinely deranged in his logic, which would lead you to believe if he really meant that, he might be considering that.
How? You're not going to look for Yusuf, are you?
You're a good friend, Clara May. You know exactly the kind of thing I'm thinking. After I deal with the people hunting you all, I'm going to find Yusuf. First, he deserves help. His life is agony. He can feel it, like a Grim. He's been used. Like me, too. Don't think I don't understand that, Dr. Hamlin. Father, I know you never meant it. But I was still a tool in a way. I was still the product. I understand my purpose. It hurts me, but I would have been proud to fulfill it. And I will. But I can't ever see you again. I have to do this. Before If I do it now, I won't ever forget it, no matter what becomes of me. What becomes of Omega. That's my name. Omega. The last creation As Merlot finishes, he lets out a sigh as you see some lights flicker off on the computers, and you hear, Father, that alarm. I was trying. They need to know. The military. And they, under 4 hours is all they have before the people are buried under the city. It wasn't a lie! It wasn't a lie! Turn it back on! Omega, I can't abide by that. Piper, Dr. Hamlin's right. Your optimism is the best and worst trait about you. You blind fool. I'm sorry I did this to you. I'm sorry I couldn't do it sooner. I'm going to leave now. This is more painful even this distant. I thought I would be safe, but as they say, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Thank you, Supernova. Dr. Hamlin, for all your lessons. And don't blame yourself for what you've done to Merlot. Father is safe in your hands. Thank you, Father. Goodbye. And the sound will click out, and you'll be left with the wisping, humming sounds of machinery as Merlot nearly collapses to the ground.
He's completely lost it.
We have to find him.
Obviously.
Can you tell us where he is?
As Piper pauses for a second, as Merlot looks like he's going back into shock again, she's going to put a hand on his shoulder and look over at all of you, a bit concerned. Oh, are you all sure you want to go after him? You might have a better bet of finding Yusuf rather than chasing him. If they were leaving the city with that woman from the Red Field, they might be out already. And in his state, running around fighting everything, he's either going to deteriorate or die at someone or grim hands.
And if he doesn't?
The military will take care of him eventually.
You don't
you
know
sure?
that.
We can't just leave this up to that.
You don't know a goddamn thing about how he is right now. You think he's gonna fall apart? You don't know anything.
What I do know is that if he's in any state of complete fusion, he's going to be incredibly dangerous with the information and the Lucis is programmed into. What I'm saying is, you may have
we shouldn't go after him.
I'm saying, do you want to risk dying to him for no reason, when you could focus on recovering what you can in the city now? You still have Team Iris. You still have the Prince's team, who I might remind you is on his way here. You may wish to recover what you can, get as many people out of the clan as possible in need. I'm merely offering you a bit of advice before you demand the information. I just feel I owe it to you to try and warn.
I do believe he said he was going to go get revenge for his father at first, then move on.
Then he most likely would be heading towards the Prince's team.
Exactly. So we can't exactly let that happen, can we?
It would all depend on you, she shrugs. I'm just trying to offer you a chance to be out of this situation. I think if you go there, you'll be met with a very unthankful rescuees, even if you do put this down. Don't expect to get out of this making any sort of larger impact if you go that. They're not likely to forget any of your involvement in all this. Not that I think you should be blamed. I'm merely trying to provide you with a rational second opinion. I don't want you throwing your lives away for nothing.
Maybe we are to be blamed. At least a little bit.
No.
Yeah, maybe we should take some responsibility. Put this thing down before it does any more damage.
None of this is your fault, Monty says quietly. This is all ours.
Are you sure?
Please don't.
Yeah, and you're both running, so someone has to do something about it.
I never said I
We-
wanted to run. I should be facing justice for this.
Felix will
No.
punch
Sorry,
the
who said
thing
that? Was
next.
that Merlot?
This is Monty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Piper will be talking like this.
It sounded a little feminine, sorry.
Sorry, he's shaking. He's quivering. He's a young.
Gotcha.
He's a
All
whimpering
right, Felix
guy.
will punch the computer next to him and be like, "We are very involved in this. This is partly
Puppet.
our mess to clean up."
Puppet, you were led along by orders you were given through different forces of authority.
That does not expunge our guilt.
Any
Why
other
are you so quick to
circumstance?
shirk off any responsibility?
Honestly, Felix, any other time I'd be very proud of you for making this conclusion. Shirk off responsibility. I'm not trying to shirk off responsibility in this sense. I know our experimentations ran some risks, but we weren't the one who compromised the full security of this place. And even with my culpability, I have no intention of facing any justice by the hands of the people here who forced us into secrecy. This isn't about right or wrong, Naya. This is about protecting my husband. The people I care about.
And I'm not talking about jail sentences. I'm talking about putting down the monstrosity you created.
I explained this to you before we got here. My priority is always going to be securing Merlo's safety. I'm not bringing him towards that.
Gwen, you're not going to convince
that's
her.
Our, that's our
Sure.
Montgomery.
Come and live. You can live with yourself.
Montgomery. He's no longer Al. He's not the creation you thought he was. He's shown that he's lost it. Whether it's before or after the operation, it doesn't matter. Now's the reality. He's not who
No,
you
he-
think he is.
No, he said his name was Omega. Something from your notes, he said? You had plans for this all along?
I explained to you before, the creation of the Lucis was in preparation for fielding a fully created one in the future that was stabilized and could process these emotions so we could control them. Yes, the Omegas. That's what the final form of them were? Were you not paying attention when I answered every question before? Or do you just like to pretend to be sure? All I'm saying, Arnea, is you've shirked off plenty of your own personal responsibilities when it comes to Romeo as well. You should understand where I'm coming from more than any of your teammates. It doesn't matter about these sorts of things. These people aren't someone we can easily put into a box like that. We've seen them at their worst and we'll see them at their best. I don't feel too attached to him. But if I had to choose, even if he was in my way, I'd rather avoid him. Because I do remember when there was a time I thought there was a possibility this could work. I tried my hardest, and now it's failed. I'm ready to accept that, and if push came to shove, I would deal with it as necessary. But now, I can save the man I love. I'm already struggling to figure out my way to get towards Romeo, if possible, on our way out. I'm telling you this now so you can recognize what you're doing. Chasing after problems that you only wish to harm yourself with, and not prolong the safety of those you care about. Don't you have parents who would rather know you lived instead of dying in this incident?
Sorry, no, I want to respond to that.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
What's her face like?
Fresh flash of anger. She won't respond to her directly, but she'll say, I'm going to do what a huntsman does, and that's kill monsters. And
By your definition, Aranea, if this is our fault, we're the greatest monsters. So pull out Orb Weaver and fire upon Merlot. And me. Piper will walk towards Gwen and will open her arms and walk up to her. She had Orb Weaver out still from before,
Yeah.
right? Or did she put it away? She's gonna walk up.
no, she kept it out.
Okay, and she's gonna put her hand down on the barrel and pull it up towards her chest, and just stand there with it pointed directly at it. If you mean that, you pull the trigger.
Don't test me.
I'm doing exactly that. Because I'm trying to help you, Paul.
I'll do it.
Gwen. There would be no point.
Okay.
And shoves it and sharks her off.
She'll step
You're
back
insane.
a little bit. Puppet. This world is going to throw many more problems at you. If you break now, it's over.
I'm not broken.
Piper smiles at her. No. But you're cracking. And you need to calm down and think rationally.
You don't know a thing about me.
I have an idea. But be very well. I won't push it any further. I'm just... Remember, I will feel horrible hearing about your death if it goes poorly.
I'll be fine.
Will your teammates? And she'll walk
We
back.
will.
She'll look over at Clara, who's blind-eyed next to you, and she'll smile a little bit and pat Clara on the shoulder and walk back to start helping Montgomery up.
Gwen looks like that cuts deep.
Exactly. Yeah.
As
Yeah. It was pretty mean.
as Piper's walking over back to Merlot, Claire will look at Merlot for a second. He's very haggard. She's also
No,
very
he's just
haggard.
like on the ground, just like he's collapsed. Viper's like starting to try and pick him up. And she's just gonna start carrying him. No, yeah, go ahead. Oh no, he's on the ground. You can have a second.
As Clara will look over, she'll take a deep breath as Piper's starting to walk over, and she'll pause for a second, seeing Gwen like steaming from the interaction. As I apologize, Dr. Piper. I know you're saying that because he's like going after Al and towards the prince. He's probably gonna have quite a few bad questions for us. Well, it's a pretty dumb decision, huh? But as Claire will pause for a moment to like clearly look at her own like weapon she's holding before she looks back to her team a bit. I don't think any of us could comfortably let Al walk towards the people right outside this building. The prince and any innocence in the way of him, and be able to forgive ourselves for that. So we're gonna go clean up what we started, whether we meant to or not. I hope you do better, Dr. Merlot, no matter how long it takes.
I shouldn't have the benefit after all of this. I'm not worth it from what's happened. Thanks to me.
Yeah.
You should have shot me. He says, looking at Gwen as Piper starts picking him up.
Dr. Merlot. It's gonna
If you
hurt
said anything, I responded.
for a long time. But I truly do wish you the best. I think after everything we've talked about while I've been here, you truly never meant for anything like this to happen. So I'm sorry that you're gonna have to carry this. I hope it can get lighter one day.
I'm a fool. A monster. Like Omega. Miss Piper will sigh, and she's just gonna look at Merlot and sigh, and she's just gonna raise up her hand really quickly as he goes to say something more, and she's just gonna hit him on the back of the neck. He's gonna fall unconscious in her arms. I should have done that sooner. She'll scoop him up. Brian will carry easily. Well, like I said, the tunnelway should be the way he left. Assuming the sounds of it, he'll be exiting out of it into the city at some point. After that, I don't know if there'll be much help, but I've updated your app. So she points it out as she clicks the final thing on the computer to be tracking his location on your scrolls so long as the system's online.
Good.
You think we're ever gonna see each other again, Piper?
Oh, Poppet, I hope not. She says, kind of looking down for a second very sincerely. But I wish you the best for what can be done. And for what it's worth, I do agree with Montgomery. I really don't think you all have much to be blamed for in this case. You genuinely all did come here trying to do your best, didn't you? This is an ugly, ugly world. And there are many ugly people within it. Even some of the ones we love most. I would know. Montgomery has to put up with me, after all. Nothing. Toodles, everyone. She'll start to walk past you guys.
Claire will let her pass.
No
intention.
Through.
No intention of stopping her.
Felix will grit his teeth, but I'll let her go.
Ready and Glenn?
I mean, what? There's literally nothing we can do, you know?
Thinking.
I was prepping this whole time, actually. 9 AP, Gwen blows her away.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Live and learn!
Sorry, you got
No, that's not the theme song.
Yes, it is. It's her favorite
Meridian
song.
should put Hunter's mark on her so we can track her for, you know.
It's a bird. I can shoot it.
I know what your
Oh.
semblance is, Papa.
Oh, this works. Oh man, I'm gonna fucking pop in myself.
I guess as Piper's leaving, Gwen will ask. Even though she hates Piper, but who cares about Romeo? She'll ask.
Yeah.
Are you still going to make your way by
Of course,
Romeo?
pop it. She finishes before you finish because she knows what you're asking. I'm going to do my best for him. I'll drag him in one of my snatches if I have to.
Thanks.
She pats you on the shoulder and goes, I mean it, Pop. I hope one day you don't despise me for the things I do. I do quite like it. And she'll pat you on the shoulder and keep walking. Viridian, you're good to let her through?
Yeah, he is, but he is gonna go. Nah. You both are a bunch of actual psychos.
I keep telling you, don't blame Montgomery for me. Me? You're right about that.
Oh, okay. So it was you who led him to the idea of doing these experiments on Grim?
Oh, no. Monty was the one who always had this idea in his head. I was the one who told him about the realistic results of many of them. It was due to the governor and everyone that we got this far along with this kind of work. Montgomery's the wonder child. Maybe if I had brought the positivity he did to the work, Al wouldn't have been affected.
Yeah. But whatever you say. From where I stand, he's even crazier than you, Vin.
Please, Pocket. I'm trying to leave on with a happy note. Don't ruin it. Oh.
Nah. You don't get that pussy shit, Miss Popper. Not after making a fucking better breed of Grim with all your research. I guess it could have been worse. You put a brain in it. At least you didn't give it a soul.
A soul. Now that wouldn't have been able to happen. Grim and souls are opposing forces. It's the problem with Al now. It's why he's rampant. He's trying to get one with the brain in him. Who knows what the result will be? It seems like he still feels pity. It's good to know what a Grim sees, though. Interesting notes to keep down for later. Be careful, Elise.
Well, we'll
I
try
feel
and...
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'd put one asterisk in your notes.
Yes?
There's no way of it. I blanked for a second. There's no way of it, even if Yusuf feels the people's fear, but he feels the same thing a Grim does. He fucking hates it. And they practically get horny over it.
No, I think we've learned something very important today. What we're seeing in Grim is an excitement and salivation. It's the rush of knowing they'll be able to get rid of one last needle stuck into them each time they kill someone. How pitiful these monsters are. At least now I can take a little joy in knowing everyone that falls is one that doesn't have to suffer now. Oh, how humanitarian I can feel.
we'll try and give you notes on how the Grim feels when it dies.
Excellent, Puppet. Hopefully I'll still be able to communicate by then. Till then, please send me any pictures you can. I'm sure they'd go great.
Would you just leave?
Oh, come on, Felix. For old time's sake. Like I said, I hope it's the last time we see each other. Ta-ta, puppets. Stay safe, please. And she'll head out the room. You'll hear quick footsteps as she will vanish through the door and down some halls. She gave you the directions towards the exit here and everything also. So you have the app.
Alright, Felix will turn to... I'm sorry, not turn to somebody. Felix will be like, we should contact Team Grail. There might be a rampaging Lucius coming right for them.
As Clara will nod seriously, as she was about to say that, but Felix beat her to it.
I'm sure the prince will love hearing that.
Just... whatever his criticisms of us are.
No, he
Sure
doesn't
they
deserve
can
a
this.
gruesome fate at the hands of a monster.
No, he
Don't
doesn't.
go that far.
Okay.
What the fuck did they do?
Whatever it is, we need to be ready.
Agreed. Just... Damn it. Claire, looks at the bunker. Might be hard to get communication down here, but keep trying until you get it.
You guys can start heading towards the tunnel where you can actually get surface level communications.
I'm sorry,
you're
we're
running
clearly
off,
walking.
right?
Yeah, we're jogging towards the tunnel.
Very cool.
Obviously, we're not just sitting here.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Anything else you guys want to say on the run over there? We're within each other for now.
What's our problem?
Yeah.
Alright, do it.
Clara will, as they're running, kind of slow down a bit and tap Gwen. Gwen,
What?
you gotta calm down, Gwen.
I am calm.
You are not calm.
It's high
Claire's
stress
looking
scenario,
at her
Clara.
sincerely, trying to signal what just happened with Piper? You stuck a gun to her chest.
Sorry, are you saying that specifically, or what? That's your...
No, but
That's
she's
the look
she's
has.
trying to look at Gwen, being just fully sympathetic, just being hey, are you okay?
Yeah, but she looks at the wall because they're both gray.
Why do you
They're
gotta
both just
blend
straight
in
blobs.
so much? Gwen opens her eyes. Jump scared.
I'm I'm fine.
Why are you lying?
Clara, this isn't the time.
I think it is. Gwen, if you go out there like this, you might just get killed. Calm down.
That makes 2 of them.
It's now really the best time.
We
I'm sorry, that just caught me off guard.
I didn't know Rudy had such game.
Oh, he's so snarky.
Please get back in character. I'm sorry.
Look, Clara is blind and Gwen's emotionally unstable. All
Like,
I'm saying is me and my boy are making it out of this.
Like Claire's trying to look as like
I wouldn't call Felix making it out of this. He's in the middle of a crash out.
Yeah, Felix is really.
Brian looks over at Felix and he realized that he broke half the computers in that room before they left and goes, uh-oh.
Like, Claire looks like she's about to, like, fucking cry. Like, she looks like a fucking mess. She's not trying to, like, big dog it all. She's trying to be like, dude, I don't want you to walk out there and fucking die. Please stop
This is her
coping.
second win, but she is not doing good.
It's just like,
Meridian
please stop. It's not anything aggressive. It's just like, I am actually concerned you're going to walk out there and be like, I'm fine, and just get your head blown off.
You're right.
Yeah. Gwen's still holding Orb Weaver.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine. She looks over with the fucking Gauss rifle in her hand.
Claire, it's
Claire looks like she's fucking melting.
we were part of this.
Turn off the
Clara.
eyes.
I know we were part of this. Trust me, Gwen. I know. I know how you probably feel at least a little bit about everything right now. But that's why I'm telling you. Please calm down. So we can still talk about it after this day is over. Because, Gwen, I don't want to muse to a body bag about how many mistakes we made here.
We're gonna be fine. It's one.
Claire's arms look like they're starting to like get less like physically sound as she's just gripping Gwen more tightly, trying to get through to this fucking idiot, this autistic friend of hers that we're not in fact fine, and this is not the time to cope anymore. And she's just like pleading with Gwen, please. Just
what? This is me calm right now, Clara. I don't want to slow down a second. Okay?
Okay.
We have to find him and put him down now.
You're right.
Right? That's the most important thing? Is finding Al and killing him?
Don't dead name him.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Richard.
Good joke.
What?
Claire will pause for a moment. Fine, but... Fine. Just... Brothers... Don't get yourself killed out there, alright?
Don't plan on it.
Neither do I. Claire jelly walks forward.
I guess internally Gwen's kind of feelings are that she's like, we're like barreling towards this decision, and Piper is really good at fucking with her and getting in her head.
Yeah.
And she's basically trying to fight all the things of Piper saying, shouldn't you be doing like other things? Isn't there people you want to save?
Gwen is in her oppositional
really
defiance
to go save Romeo. And if the city's actually fallen, get out. But
yeah, she's got the oppositional defiance.
She doesn't want to if she stops, she might actually think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if she loses momentum, she'll hit the ground hard. She can't get back up from that.
No, that's fair. Her and Clara just have different coping strategies.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Felix and Viridian good.
Yeah,
Define
Viridian's
good.
found his coping method.
Felix
Quiet,
hasn't.
pain, misery. My coping
The
mechanism.
blanket of guilt is.
Damn,
wrapping
did he
around
really
Felix.
see me on the Pequod? I hope he didn't see me boil those potatoes that one time.
he
I
see
had
me
to do
s-
it for fourth.
Oh man,
That
he
shit
knows
was
my
awful.
darkest moment. That's
My darkest moment.
He knows I cried.
Yeah.
He
He knows
has
I
to
cried.
die.
He knows I cried when Starbuck threw lemon in my eyes.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Starbuck. What an
Fuck
asshole.
that
Hope
guy.
he fucking died.
I hope he's doing great.
Hope he
He's
hopeful
uploading
wife's
our-
good. Hopeful
Sorry,
wife's
Sorry,
doing
Blake,
good.
were you done with that conversation?
I mean, more or less. Did you have more you wanted to do?
No, I just other stuff, potentially.
Okay,
No, yeah.
what's up, Liam?
I think as we're running through, Gwen maybe need a shot of, well, I guess anybody.
Yeah.
Be like, I should have fucking shot her. Fucking Piper.
Felix will look over. It's like,
Oh, my
Gwen,
music
please.
is broken. Hold on.
Hope it hasn't been broken for long.
Oh, like 15 seconds.
oh.
Is it good now?
Yeah, it's good. I refreshed. I'm good.
Okay, you didn't need to tell us then. Sorry. What was
Ben, you
Gwen
were
saying?
something?
Right, Ben was saying something. He's
Well, I
hearing
said,
Gwen say
Felix,
shit.
Felix would say, Gwen, please, we have to. As much as it would have delighted me to stop those two, there's nothing really we could do. Fighting Piper would be. Well, fighting Piper and then Ow. It's not something that would have happened. Not even. Well. I think
know.
we all know that she's stronger than she looks. It was a nice little show she did for you, but I don't really think shooting her there would have even done anything.
Hey, how she talks.
Yes,
Nice
she loves to
everything.
get under people's skin.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Let's focus on Al.
Yes. Fantasizing about revenge and killing is not going to really get us very far.
Viridian is just like thinking, yeah, I'd have shot her.
And I wouldn't have missed.
Jesus.
But no, it is important that he is thinking that. I'm not joking.
Yeah, so you can get the enrage debuff during the Owl fight.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
good to know. I'm curious. Is Clara the only one in this party who was not thinking about shooting her?
I
I'm
don't
getting
feel
that.
anything.
Clara was not thinking about shooting her, Mila, no.
Good to know. Good to know. Clara
Mostly-
was the one who was Clara had the okay. I mean, I feel bad for you guys, and everyone else is. It's logistically a problem to shoot them.
You used us! You used us, you bitch!
The problem is we made a deal,
Ah.
and I have to stick to that.
autism
Honest-
based rogue's
Faye
honor.
moment, Faye moment.
Faye moment. Faye moment. Faye moment. It comes from Sleepy Hollow.
Honestly-
Faye moment.
Honestly, Gwen holds more ire towards Piper than Merlot.
Merlot. Yeah,
Merlot's a monster, obviously, but it feels like
he feels like.
there's
yeah.
some circumstances that makes it.
Well, it
less-
also sees him curled up in a
Terrible.
ball looking despondent and saying, just kill me. So
I
she's
mean-
like, well, I'm more mad that she acts like she's above me.
Piper's
One's just
very-
mad.
Piper acts very selfishly in Gwen's mind. She fucking hates it.
Let's keep in mind what happened to Merlot. Like, let's think about the guys.
Merlot got puppeteered
Bro
into
got
doing
puppeteered by his
murdering
son.
surgery on 3 different people by his son as he's just forced to do it and watch himself do it. That man, I think he suffered a little bit so far.
Yeah, that even Felix was like, Jesus, no
Jesus,
way he did
I-
that. What? What do you mean?
Yeah,
and then his fucked up son went, yeah, Felix, you were right. That was a fucking horrible idea. Holy
Oh
shit.
God, why'd I do that?
Felix is really going to be decompressing about this later and look up at the ceiling and go, I fucking hate my
Or I'll
life.
be in a body.
Or in a body bag. Or in a body bag!
Claire's idea is basically like looking at the situation, being like, Yeah, you can fucking go. Like, look at this mess. There's other things to do. We're not gonna bother.
All right. So if everyone is no more else, down the hall, or not the hall, the tunnel. Felix will see it first because he's Faunus in the dark tunnel. He will see slumped up against a rock, bandaging himself. He's sat down. His wounds open on his front, and he's bandaging himself. He doesn't look. It looks bad, but he's doing it at a rate where he seems like he's got it handled at least. His rifle and pistol on the ground is Hauser.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys are calling, but you're still underground and have no connection in this area, like Iris had for that time.
Right. Okay.
As he sees you all running over.
Yeah. Well, obviously he'll signal to this group. Like.
Yeah. Hauser takes a moment. He sees you guys and he sees your lights, and when they shine over on him, rather than sparing much, like you see him, he looks injured. He looks pretty badly injured, but he's slowly bandaging himself. He just lifts one of his hands, the other holding one of the bandage tight, and he goes, "It went that way."
Right.
Now, I'll
Felix will just nod.
I'll catch up.
You couldn't stop it?
He grunts and shakes his head. Not in this tunnel. Good environment for it. Form changed a lot. It shifted its body. Couldn't get shots in the dark easy with that. Even with my semblance. Hard to track. Felt like multiple Grimm together or something.
Fuck, that's annoying.
Maybe he can
Raises it some more
absorb the
times.
ones he comes into.
No. He shrugs. You should hurry. Don't waste time here. That's the best intel I got.
Well, we're headed towards Team Grail. We think that might be the direction he's heading.
He pauses for a second. I don't know who that is.
The Prince's team.
The prince, right, he's here. He's in the huntsman team, of course. I'll make my way. I have my outline still. Because he'll nod. Because I don't think he's ever explained it, but meta-wise, it's just semblance where he gets the outline on things, so he knows where it's going.
Oh,
He'll
okay.
just nod at you guys.
Do we know he has a partner? When we met
Yeah,
him, did he mention a
you
partner?
know he's working with someone in the area.
Is your partner in the area?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dealing with escorting people.
Okay.
Get moving.
Do you need anything?
Time. He goes back to wrapping up his wound and takes out a big needle and heats it up with fire dust. He shoves it into a bit of this fire dust like solution, whips it around, comes out all gelatinized, and sticks it into himself. And you hear a sizzling as he's searing himself up.
Oh, cool. He's using
ahead.
like a different version of like what the
Vaguely.
yeah, like with the priest, you know, like you.
He did reconstructive flesh. This is more just like using dust to assist in the healing process, but it is reminiscent. Yeah.
Gwen
Yes,
will
correct.
raise an eyebrow and says,
You gotta.
Gwen
Gwen gets
buy
him.
you some time,
thanks.
that is.
Doesn't grow on trees. Better hurry. Months. And you guys can keep running. Unless you want to stay or say anything else.
No, I'm good to keep going.
As Steve Supernova will run forward and disappear off into the tunnels. He'll look back and mutter to himself. He's tall too. Shake his head.
It's funny.
Sorry, I thought a funnier joke would be, who were those guys?
Who are those guys?
Yeah, that's right. Hauser, he bad short-term memory.
That's his quirk.
That's his quirk.
Anybody who...
Man, I ate a devil fruit. It gave me a fucking cursed power.
And with that,
No,
we're gonna
way,
wrap
that was
up
an
here.
abiotic factor Dark Souls NPC in a tunnel.
Dude, I was like, there's no way Liam didn't get this. I was like, one,
joke.
I was like,
God.
one, it was where he was gonna be, and then when I put him there, I went, oh my god, this is the abiotic NPC.
It really
so
is the
funny.
abiotic NPC.
This is so funny.
That's awesome.
I know. I was really happy.
You didn't have him playing like a banjo?
I didn't have him play the banjo. No.
Damn.
I guess it's not in character for him to have the banjo.
No, he needs to be healing himself right now. Well, hey, congratulations, guys. You frame skipped the Piper fight. I gotta be honest. I'm pretty impressed. I really thought you guys were gonna try and fight her.
That's fucking base because EXP doesn't like work that way, so it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Damn.
in the context of it, I feel like it'd be insane to try to fight Piper.
I mean, there's an argument for ways you guys can justify it. I just, I wasn't sure which way you were gonna handle it.
No,
Hey,
we're going.
makes us good on the
such
timeline
a-
to finish the Glen.
No, I mean, like, honestly, what we're doing, Noah, is we're setting it up so, like 8 chapters from now, we can recruit Piper.
Yeah.
It's like a Fire
Oh,
Emblem
man.
game. It's really esoteric recruits.
Oh my god, this guy.
No, Piper is such like a fucking like.
She's a talker. She'll yap.
Little
She's
rat, little rat woman
It's
talks
like,
her way
fuck
out of
you.
anything.
You make sense, and I hate that you make sense.
Oh, it really is like talking to Noah.
What?
Yeah.
And the problem is, a lot of the like, we're gonna kill you right here, Piper, is very much, we really fucking are. It's all on us.
It's all on you. Yeah. I mean, I guess she just aura farmed enough to make you actually scared to fight her, is what I got, which is pretty funny.
Dude,
A little bit.
those puppets have like good.
I feel like you guys talked yourself into thinking it's impossible to kill her.
Well,
Dude,
no, it's
more
more
no,
easy.
No,
dude, if we fought her and then had to go fight out, I don't know, dude.
no,
As Noah says, we don't have
Have a little
infinite-
faith in Team Grail, Team Iris, Team Hauser,
no.
Paul. You have allies to converge on this
and
guy.
the knights.
And the knights. Oh my god.
No.
Okay,
My
look,
view of the puppets
here's-
are like you had 2 of them stand there, and one of them tried to do the trick where they like flip the bottle in the air and it lands on like the cap area. Like I imagine they do that like 4 times successfully. That's how much I respect them.
Okay,
What
well,
the fuck?
here's my problem.
Yeah.
What is your fucking problem? Look,
He's high.
so
God.
the problem is, Al does his speech, right?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm going to go kill Team Grail, by the way.
yeah.
Are we really going to be like,
Are we really
they can fucking handle it. We gotta kill
I personally had assumed originally you guys would fight her on the street when she'd say, I'm gonna come link up
That's
to you.
fair.
And when she poked Felix in the chin, I was like, okay, Piper's doing this because she's gonna be aggressively obnoxious because she wants to figure out if she has to fight them now or not, so she doesn't hurt Monty later. So she's like, I'm just gonna be as annoying as fucking possible to see if these guys blow their load and go, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you for whatever reason. And she's like, wow, they didn't. I guess they actually are serious. Okay, good.
They had to stop Al. There's a greater evil.
No,
no.
I like how
Because at the
annoying-
end of the day, her goals are aligned with our immediate goals.
yeah.
I mean, technically,
I don't,
yes.
like,
As it turns out,
Like,
she
aside
didn't
from-
probably want this to happen for some reason.
Like,
as she said with Monty, she said, hey, I promised him we were going to try it his way.
Like
Now we're going to go do it my way. See, I'm going to Coven with Montgomery.
also like I'm a huntsman.
So we made a husband-wife deal, and we were doing his first, which was the non-scary one, which is already pretty bad. Now I'm going to go to the real scary one with him.
See, like it fucking like I'm a huntsman. I'm not a cop. I don't want to arrest people.
But huntsmen do take bounties and arrest
no,
people.
yeah, I could, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's the
have
huntsman
to.
I want to be. Exactly.
I don't have to. I deal with
yeah, but
Grim.
the
I'm a
sun has
sun's
huntsman.
fire.
You want to take in like a bounty? You want to take in a bounty? Get a cop.
Fire. I'm not
Yeah.
a cop when the city's on fire. I'm a fireman when the city's on fire.
Kill her. Just shoot her and get back to firefighting.
What? No,
Yeah,
no.
I would love to try to-
No, as Felix said, she'd dodge it.
I was so ready
Look.
to just start a Piper fight with her at half HP because you let Glenn just unload on her.
That would have been very funny.
Oh, damn, that would have been fucking Kino.
Gwen
Should've done
would
it.
never
Fucking-
full barrel blast someone in the chest.
No,
I
why
know,
not?
and the fucked up thing, Liam, is Piper knew that, and that's why. And the best part is
And
Gwen
then
afterward
Gwen's
went,
so mad.
and Gwen went,
she called
you don't know me. Piper went,
You don't know me.
Gwen's really mad that she got fucking.
Piper
owned
kind of
that hard.
showed Gwen
Man,
that
Gwen really gets it with the Coven members. They really always end up fucking with her, huh?
I know, it's gonna be sad
What?
when they kill her entire family.
Piper showed Gwen the
I-
fucking chair on that one.
Damn.
What's this
Yeah.
guy doing? Is he like browsing Twitter, being like, "What's a hip thing to say?" First, he's like bottles landing on their lid top.
Okay, here we
Now
go.
he's saying "stone the chair." What the fuck? What's going on, big guy?
I think the only time I was ready to throw down with Piper is when she said she'll get payback on Team Iris, but she rolled it back.
I didn't roll
I
high
feel
enough to
like-
see
I
if
feel
she's
like I
serious.
still don't know.
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah,
clearly
that's a
just
tough
didn't
call.
roll. You clearly just didn't roll high enough to see that she was completely 100%, 100%
Going for
serious.
Team Iris is to chew us out of the mission, being like, why did you guys make all the wrong decisions every opportunity you had?
I don't think they've been doing too good either. I'm gonna be real
I
with you.
don't think
Okay,
they were
but
the
that-
team doing everything
I
wrong.
think Team
You've
Iris-
been on
I
the
think
same quest as us.
I think Team Iris is 100% with you guys on this. They got a little suspicious of Piper and Monty, but instead of confronting them like you did, and then getting the final show you everything, they went off to the side to try and figure it out. That's like the only divergent point. Everything else they were with. And that's ignoring the Jose destruction arc. This arc has been
Jose,
for
it's
him.
your fault
Yeah.
we didn't have enough bandwidth to fucking apply to
Jose,
this
we
fucking.
Jose, if we just killed those Red Fang before Artie got there, so many problems stopped.
Ooh, good short video idea. Gail does a tier list of like who fucked up the most this arc.
No, she'd never. Her children are perfect.
Okay, Jose.
It'd be Toto.
Jose tier 1.
It'd be Toto.
Yeah, he
Toto
should
has
have
so
been
many
there.
enemies.
Gwen,
Yeah.
big agitator tier 1.
You know, that's a good question of the week, actually, though. When was the point of no return of failures? Because I think the players are hard on themselves. I think they made a lot of reasonable decisions in certain places.
I think so too.
I think so too. I think this is a "we're bad guys" meme again. I don't think you guys made that many fuck ups. I think your characters can think of that, but I think you were in a lot of bad situations. So
Yeah,
what do you
oh,
guys
yeah.
think? So in the chat, so in the comments, what do you guys think is the time? Not necessarily their fault, but just a problem they chose a side on that ended up being one of the biggest problems. Like, you know, this is like where you went, oh, it's fucked now. Like, what was the straw that broke the camel's back for you guys, the viewers? On oh, this is gonna go bad.
See, I don't want to color your opinion, so I won't say this on camera, but I think we did pretty good.
I think you did pretty good. You saved different NPCs
we're
than I
on
figured
camera.
you were able to. Listen, I'll say till this day, I am proud of you guys for deciding to save Yusuf and really committing to it, because that motherfucker was death marked.
dead.
I made
Okay.
that character to fucking die to become the fused with Al.
No, he's on
And
fire.
then
Hey, we got him out.
and you guys said, no, fuck it. And you took a long time and justified it in good conversations. And I went, damn, yeah, no, fuck it. I gotta change it. They
now
solved
the
this.
Al- And now the Al boss fight is weaker.
No,
Unironically, I added a passive that makes him weaker. 'Cause
No,
you're supposed to be stronger because of Yusuf's semblance, yeah.
and we also
Unironically, Liam.
Look, I don't think there's a single point where we made the objectively wrong decision.
we also like fucking
I think bringing up Romeo in that conversation with Artie was pretty fucking retarded.
I mean, I think there was one single point where we made the objectively wrong decision.
That was me,
we
right? Yeah, I did that intentionally.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
we dove all
Thanks,
the way
stop
into
talking.
Lycos Today nest to even save Periwinkle.
Yeah,
You
but that
guys
worked
get him out
out.
of the hospital.
Honestly, no, that was definitely a fish for. What do they know about Romeo?
100%, right? Remember when
character Glenn could say-
Varric was like, "Oh, we've arrested him." They were like being vague with you
What?
guys trying to. He's just trying to figure out what the fuck do they know.
I thought he's like a cop. Can they lie?
That shit was so
I just-
funny.
When's
I love this
tell
arc
them
from
tell
Varric's
them the
perspective.
truth.
But yeah, viewers, I would love to hear your opinions on where you think it all went south.
I think
And
it's great. I think this is a genuinely great one.
just remember that this Mountain Glen's destiny was already written into the loom of fate before we got here.
Exactly!
Ben.
Me?
Yeah, do you think
what's
that there was a divergent point before they got back, or after? Like, do you think there's any chance it was before they even came back?
Who's they?
Richard and Leo.
The fuck? What?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
remember
don't like to think
half
about when
this
they were
arc
gone.
that was before them, dummy?
I mean, yeah. Are you telling me there's a diversion point where they didn't?
He's
come
asking
back?
you, do you think there's a divergent point?
Hey, I
Like,
was
if
here
they-
for more
if they
than half
didn't
the
come
arc.
back. That's true.
I was here from the beginning, left in the middle, and came back for the end.
Well, yeah,
Honestly, best way to experience it.
Honestly, yeah, definitely. Listen, I don't know. Yeah, they changed. I don't really get your point. Your question. I gotta be honest.
Oh!
I genuinely
no,
don't.
no,
I
it's-
didn't think
no,
it was
that's
a
fi-
bad
No,
one.
no, it's fine.
No,
The
I just
question
like.
was yes
I'm
or
not
no.
saying it's a bad.
He's
I'm not saying
asked-
it's a bad question. I'm just saying
He's
I don't really
asking if
understand.
he's asking if you think it was all yours and his fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think they could blame us for
Yeah,
some things.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
Based. Fair.
yeah, 100%.
We kind
He
of set
doesn't
it,
hold
we
him-
kind of
he-
set things up poorly.
I would
He
actually
keeps
argue-
himself honest.
Wait, we're everyone recording. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah.
that.
No, don't worry. I can.
No.
That's good. All right. Well, unless anyone else has anything else to say, I think we're good to sign off here.
Yeah.
All right. No. If you like what we do here, folks, please hit that like, subscribe, favorite. You know, hit that bell button
And then
on the
he
channel so
dies
you
and
never miss an
then
upload. I know we just do them so frequently, you can't not miss them. If you're really jonesing for more content and you viewed everything we already have on the channel, please head on down to the description and check out some of the streaming channels by some of the players here. Liam Spiva, Ben Spiva, and Blake Spiva. We got a variety of content, a smorgasbord of different kinds of games and streams. We all make some appearances on there once in a while. A lot of cross-stream. It's a good time. If you have any questions that can't be handled just in the comments, if you have anything you want to send to us, we have our email down in the description as well. That's where all your secret messages can go. It's great. And besides that, recommend us to your friends. Get the word out there. We really appreciate it. We hit 500 subscribers a while ago. We're going to keep on chugging.
If you're very
And if you're a very big fan,
very
we have
big fan,
memberships
you can
now,
join
right?
them. Yeah, you can become a
Yes,
member.
member.
We
Become
offer-
a member of the channel.
we offer
have no
perks,
benefits besides being a member.
We offer perks like nothing, but you will have a special icon one day. I will make one day.
Ooh, we should make it so they can't watch the videos unless they're a member.
Yeah, that would be great for
No,
our,
Yeah,
our
that's
growth.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, just shoot ourselves in the leg.
It's completely.
It must be just stalled a ride.
No, I think that's like pretty good, like avant-garde,
Uh-huh.
like a good joke for like a small channel because it's like, whoa, why would we do that?
Exactly.
We should move the Restage podcast into
The members only
Members
content
only.
agreed.
Liam has killed himself.
Yeah.
The
Liam-
Rusted podcast. My
Liam's
lord.
D&D game is members only.
Advertise
People are
my
like, no
own
one would pay
channel.
for this.
I did a rewatch of Del Odos.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
You didn't
Good
wa-
one. If
you
you
didn't
want
watch
to see
the good
my
part.
reaction to Del Odos and
I recommend
the
that.
episode before it for some reason.
Why's he saying it like that?
It's called Del Odos. It's not called Delatodos. It's
It's
crazy.
Delatodos. The Quran wrote it in the
Apparently
back.
It's Del Odos.
Nope. The latest way of saying it is the accurate
The
one.
latest way.
They changed the name after it was destroyed.
They changed that
Anyway.
to destroyed. All right. But anyway, that's
Check
us
that out,
signing
it's
off.
fun.
That's a sign. I agree. You should check it out. Like I said, check out all the channels. So we're gonna sign off here before we go for a fucking hour on this ad day. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time. Have a good.
Bam.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun session. Can't believe we like frame skipped like 3 combats. I think we somehow got out of that like super fast. But yeah, I guess the Gwen's ending next session for like realsies. Like, I can't see how it doesn't end next session. Like, no matter how slow we are, we're gonna have We're gonna finish the boss fight in one session. So we're probably gonna have an ending bit of leaving the Glen, since it's like gonna be rubble. So. Also, I want to shout out our legends, our YouTube members. Currently, there's Liam _SPVA, I believe it's pronounced. And there's Virtua Zero. Please give it up for our legends. One day, I'll actually get little, like, fun membership badge art that can be, like, progressing for it. But, you know, in the future. Thank you for watching. I hope you tune in next time for another fun episode.